Okay. When last we were together, there was a battle going on over the skies, in the clouds over the top of the city, of two dragons, a bronze dragon and a green dragon, and just the biggest things you could ever imagine for a dragon size. They are battling it out there. Every once in a while, either big pools of acid will fall from the sky and burn up an area and destroy things, or lightning bolts will shoot down out of the clouds and torch something. The two forces seem to be pretty evenly matched, and they're not able to actually get any advantage on each other. While they've been at it, though, throughout the city have been other creatures have been taking advantage of this assault, and they're working for the dragons, it seems, which you've heard. It seems like those were-rats and so forth, a few of the other guys and the ogres and them were working for the green dragon, who had some tie back to Gnawbones as well. You had just finished off dealing with the were-rats and saving a few people. There was about a dozen or so civilians and 3 guards. And you could just see the outskirts of Solmar, Anders' house and Anders' mansion over there in his estate. It's just through the trees and up a hill. At this point, then, the guards are trying to figure out what's going on, where to go. They can see pieces going every which way. Hiking up over the top of the hill, along the side of it behind the academy there, which is from, looking at the map, we'll just put a little dot on it so you know. So coming over between the academy there and between the hill is Odo. Odo, you had spent the night on the ship. After everything that had gone on, you tried staying in the houses there, and you just have a really hard time sleeping on land, and decided that last night you needed to get to sleep more than stay with everybody else. You went out and slept on the boat, and woke up this morning at the crack of dawn to the sound of this battle going on overhead of dragons fighting it out, the bells across town, people screaming, and general mayhem. You can see fires scattered throughout the city. The problem is nobody knows where to defend or what's going to get hit next. So there's sort of this running around madly trying to deal with things. There's city guards rushing every which way. And then mixed in among the population, you can see some evil-looking faces among them. Some of them not even human. You think you may have even seen a goblin wandering around amongst everything with a bag over his shoulder. You got a lead from a couple of the guards who said that they had spotted the rest of your party, and they were over by the Hunters Guild heading down the road, the river road. So you were heading along that line, and you caught up with them at this point. You can see them there. It looks like they just got done with some sort of battle. There's corpses scattered around, and they're cleaning their weapons and getting dressed on top of that. Most of them are half dressed and putting on armor and stuff frantically.
Oh, that was the last battle. We were all faced it fully armored with this one.
You were all done with those guys? Okay.
The first battle was at the house where we were not
they're
dressed,
tightening
but then
up,
we got dressed.
Tightening up armor and so forth from having to frantically put it on. You missed a good fight of fighting 2 ogres in their pajamas. That was a good one.
Yep. And
don't forget the little wyvern that tried to.
That's right, and a wyvern tried to fly off with Orden. His night skirt flapping in the wind as it's trying to drag him off into the sky. And that's where we bring things together tonight then, of trying to figure out where you want to go next. What you did learn from the interrogation of these critters here were that they did work directly for Gnawbones and have been put on orders or hired or whatever by the dragon. And so they are here working for Chloe. Oh, you already figured it out. Okay, it's repeating. And they're looking for the orb. They have a description of the gnome, and they know to look for a gnome warrior or wizard, and that they are to, for some reason, that he is supposed to be captured and brought back alive for interrogation. And then they had some description of the rest of the group as well.
Hey James, could you shift click where we are? You said you'd drawn a little dot on the map, but I don't know if I found it. Got it.
You were down by the Bounty Hunters Guild, which I guess is 31, right?
Yes. And I'll switch us to a closer map when you figure out where you want to go next.
Where's the university from here?
That's the university, the big square building. The one that someone's clicking on actually is Prime Water's house, which which has now had the front caved in from the explosion.
Where's the university then?
This is a square-looking place with a big courtyard in the middle.
14?
Oh, right behind us.
It doesn't have a number.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a second. Where is the... This is the government building then, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this was Zickel's shop, now a crater, right?
Yes, that is now ground zero.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so... Yeah, so... Alright, then, yeah, we're actually pretty close to the university then. Cool.
Yeah, Orden would like to at least just stroll by to make sure it's not a pile of rubble.
You can actually sort of see it from here.
I'm sure with all the magic users in there, they've probably found a way to defend themselves, but...
So, yeah, you can see it from here. There looks like a couple of scars and stuff along the side, a little a splash of something that burned along one side of the building. But it's pretty good shape. It's a good size place, not the biggest in town, but it is 3 stories, counting the little tower piece up there. Inside it seems a bit bigger, but it's hard to tell with all the libraries with vaulted ceilings.
Weren't we running... Oh, no, we'd already been. I was going to say, weren't we running towards Nasir's alchemist lady friend? But we did that. And, yeah, she was...
She was unknown. You can't find her, but it doesn't look good.
Can Mal kind of look at where these guys came from and try and look up river and see if that most of these guys are coming from the swamp, or if they just kind of seem to be appearing, or it's going to try and deduce a little bit of where all these creatures are coming from.
Give me a perception check. And then a survival if you want to use tracking.
Okay.
Session, you said someone told us where Iliander was having people come and join them for survivors.
Yeah, the survivors are actually going to the main building, the council house, and they're taking them down into the Elven Forge to hide.
Okay, all right. Remember that. All right.
Well, that might have been the plan. I don't know if anybody can get in there now because the council hall's been blown apart too. Half of it.
Oh yeah, I guess is entirely destroyed.
Enough that it'd probably be hard. It'd take some digging to get anybody through that thing.
Hey, Mal's our most perceptive member, correct?
Probably.
He's the highest.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it, inactive.
Okay.
Or whatever, passive.
Then Orden is going to cast guidance on Mal and keep it going to try to aid his eyes. Not necessarily for the check he just did, but for any future checks.
I'll put that on.
Well, we'll go with the 1825. We can even say it's almost an advantage since you're not in a rush or in a battle or anything. So taking your time and staring down, you can see that there is some commotion going on over by that forest that's over on the far right area. The druid lives there, and he's mentioned that they have an encampment there of people who just don't live in town, outcasts and so forth. But there seems to be more going on over there. You can see some fires and stuff. There's also figures moving way out on the road. You can't quite make out who they are, but they don't look like people from town because you can see weapons and stuff glimmering and so forth, and they're marching down the road.
The road to the east along the Kingfisher?
Exactly.
And where's that road? Is that the road to Leyland, or does that just lead off generally somewhere inland?
Inland. It goes out into the swamp and to some small villages and stuff that are along that way.
Is that the direction of Crypt Garden?
Somewhat. Crypt Garden's days away.
Yeah, because we were told these were all Gnawbone's forces, and she basically is out of Crypt Garden, so presumably the majority of these came originally from Crypt Garden. The way that they infiltrated the town, we don't know.
Actually, I'd love you. Let's use this map. This is a good one.
I see.
It looks handmade.
Yeah. Wait, where is...
So Saltmarsh is there.
So this is the Westwood. Crypt Garden's here.
Yes.
So pretty much just due east. Yes, the road east out of pretty much any of the roads that heading east out of Saltmarsh would be probably the ones that they'd come in on if they came in on the road, which I doubt.
And are all these towns and stuff, are they all here?
Yes.
Okay. So that, like, Leonin or whatever is between us and...
Yeah, Leyland.
Yes, that's the town you guys first came to when you went across the docks and you met a little town and there was some people there to try to rob you. And then you came to... the next morning you brought your little caravan in to Saltmarsh.
Where is the place we were going to head for to where we swapped the book out for the artifact that we were trying to find?
It was outside of Neverwinter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Neverwinter's here, I guess.
Yeah.
So somewhere outside Neverwinter.
Okay.
Wherever that is.
Cool.
All right, so
so somewhere in this forest area.
So basically, they've come for the orb and for the gnome. We've got them both. So as long as we basically don't get captured, then basically they aren't going to fulfill their objective. However, the town is going to suffer. So what do we want to do? Do we want to hide, or do we want to basically try and get people into safety, or do we want to try and directly attack the invaders? We can't really do anything about the dragons, though.
So the only thing I want to add to that then is that Mal can see action and things happening towards the forest, as well as fires and a lot of noise and action or something rather going on up the hill up by Anders' house.
He says we might want to go and see if Farron's okay, and he might be able to help.
Who?
The druid.
Ah.
He was hanging out in the trees. He's the one who taught me how to do I was thinking about anyway. Different animal shapes. When I got that ring and Sam Blade had that change animal thing in there, it was kind of cool. I just anyway, he might help.
Okay.
Why is this map not changing location?
When we by the way, where were the guards taking the people? Because the guards were basically guarding a bunch of civilians. Where were they headed?
They were heading to Anders. Anders supposedly has another way into some safe area that he said that they can get through his house to.
Then that would be actually that would be then Nasir's recommendation. Go make sure Anders' place is secure, that the escape route is secure, or else basically all the people here are going to be in danger.
Done with that.
If you want, basically I can send the Wisp down into the forest here to scout at the same time. So we'll basically find out what's going on with the druid. So we will have the information for both.
That works for me.
Yeah, the reason I say this is because there's, aside from the druid, who obviously has every means of escaping, if he doesn't want to be caught, there's not any people down here.
Well, there was a refugee danger camp over there by where he was.
Oh, of what? Of what? All the refugees from the dragon cult.
Yeah, I believe. Isn't that what you just said, James?
I didn't say anything about a cult. I just said that it was people there, outcasts and stuff, people that don't like town.
Wasn't there basically a town that was basically being taken over by some kind of basically like cultists or some kind of dragon worshippers that they didn't gel with, so they kind of got kicked out of town?
Leyland.
Yeah, Leyland.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea to me. That way we'll know if Anders is okay and if we've got a good place to head back to if we need to.
Yes, if they take the one way to the secure area, we cannot save any of these people. There will be no safe place to put them. We can keep ourselves safe. They cannot.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
So according to this map then, there is a hill. Anders' place is up quite a hill. The easiest way to get there without scampering up the hillside is to follow the road and then take the southern road branch, and then it sort of works its way up a gentler slope to his house.
Is this Anders' place?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where?
So you can sort of see that there's a hillside wrapping around it, but if you take the road in, it's not so bad. Not that it would matter for you guys, but you're dragging along 15 some odd people with you.
Yeah.
Or you could go cross country. It's up to you.
We can take the road. It's probably going to be quicker with civilians. It's my vote anyway.
Okay, well let me get to the map you're on and drag some new tokens out. So, not much goes along that direction. As you walk along, you can see there's more action going on down towards the forest. You take the right branch to the south, and it starts heading on up towards Anders. At that point, you can start seeing that there's quite a few people walking up the road ahead of you. Some people just carrying packages and on their heads and on their backs, like refugees, carrying stuff along, dragging little sleds behind them with their worldly belongings with them. And you pass probably a good 10 to 20 people who are all heading toward Anders' place. As you get closer, they're starting to slow down, and it's turning into almost like a line of people packed up along the road.
Orden would.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I was just going to add that you can see fire up ahead and hear the sound of things cracking and popping.
Orden would probably use thaumaturgy to boom his voice and just start chanting things like, "Orderly, people, orderly! Move with a sense of urgency, but don't push! Everyone will stay safe!" That sort of thing.
Yeah. And I've already, at this point, as soon as we start moving, my wisp would have basically been moving full speed down to the forest to find out what the commotion was down that direction.
Mal's going to be keeping an eye out for any more were creatures or anything going to attack these people as they get up to Anders.
Go ahead and make your perception check then.
Okay.
You're still guided too.
I too would like to keep an eye out for potential attackers.
Yeah, being a ranger, I bet you Odo's is pretty high too, perception-wise. Very nice.
Oh, wow. Who did that?
Mal.
Oh, okay. That's why it still has your name above it. Okay. Okay, sorry.
I've got Gary circling around where we are to notify me if he sees anything coming towards civilians or us.
Can't really see too much what's going around. If you can see, there's lots of people, and you're trying to see through them all as you get up there. There's a couple houses up ahead, small little ones. Some tree beyond those, which you can only see the top of over the top of the two houses, peeking a little bit down the road. And the tree's glowing for some reason, has this brilliant purple glow to it. To the north, your right, as you're walking up, is a larger house, maybe a barn or something or other, and it looks to be well in fire. And you can hear some people shouting and so forth. There's some excitement from that direction, and people are pointing and shouting. And let's get you on the map. I'll just drag them. We'll try this out and see if these tokens work tonight. Who's in front? I'll just put you in that order.
So did the wisp discover anything about what's going on to the forest to the east?
It's heading down there.
Okay.
It's a couple hundred yards.
Are we at are we at Anders' place now?
Almost. As soon as I get the marching order. So who's first on this map then?
I would guess probably probably Thorin. He's our only bruiser.
Yeah, either in the front or in the back, so whoever.
Okay.
So,
Thorin,
yeah.
Mal will be right behind him.
So he'll be front.
Orden will be right behind Mal.
I can take up the back. Partially
That's fine.
because I don't know where we're going, so.
Yeah. Nasir goes in the middle.
Did I stuck all you guys in the wrong layer? Yep, GM layer. That won't help at all. Token layer. And switch maps.
Is the burning bard across the field, or is it? Oh, it's right there.
Oh, is it a barn attached to the house?
It's not connected to it, but it's on the property. If that's what you mean by attached.
Oh.
I see an unattached house that's not burning, but it looks like the house itself is burning.
Yeah, it looks like basically like there's a big building that has like 2 wings, and the southern wing is on fire of the main building.
Right. But all the outbuildings are whole.
Yeah.
What is the keystroke? It's not working for me tonight for center map. Is it shift click?
Yep.
I thought so. Is that centering for anybody else on the building that's on fire?
You're probably on a different layer.
Oh, maybe that's it. Let's try that out. Yes. Thank you.
There's no building in on fire
What?
where you just clicked.
Is that whole building on GM layer?
Must be.
It
The
is.
building, the
Magic.
building's over here.
Okay, imagine if you will. All right.
Yeah. Can you see? Does this appear to be on fire to you?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fire that we see is on the southern,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in
which
sec,
is
I'll
fine.
move this over.
Is that on fire to the extent that it looks like?
And map layer. There we go. That damn
Is-
building.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Is the
Oh,
main
that
house
disappeared.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you mean the one on fire?
yeah, that was invisible.
is the main house actually on fire, James? The southern wing here?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So the southern wing of, so I'll give you a quick layout then as you get closer then. There's 2 employee houses, worker houses as you come up to them, which is what you have in front of you. To the right off is a bigger one, possibly a barn that's completely inflamed. The big estate itself is made up of 2 large wings and a third building that connects the wings. The main third building actually is stables. You can see horses and stuff in it all freaking out. The building to the left looks to be mainly storage or something. There's a lot of trucks and hand trucks and stuff leaned up against the south side of it, and so it doesn't look like they have a lot of population. The actual living quarters, if anybody has ever visited him here, which I can't probably has, is the north one. And you just know it's a 2-story mansion, both buildings. He moved out of the south one once his family passed away and has turned it into storage.
If there's seems to be some activity up by the burning barn, that's the way Orden would head.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Is there a well
Layers.
nearby?
Not that you can see from where you're at.
Okay. I was gonna try and find one.
Okay.
Anybody know where the well is?
So someone eventually points, you can't see from here, but they tell you that it's on the other side past those 3 silos.
Over here?
Here being to the south, yes.
Okay. Oh, over here. Okay, cool.
And this is you said the tree glows purple or something?
Yeah, so as you're getting closer, you can see the tree glowing. It's obviously either a magical tree or something's happening to it. There's this brilliant color coming from it. There's these patterns wrapping around it as well, and a slight music coming out of it.
Oh, that's pretty. As he runs by.
You see her looks back at Orden and points to the tree.
Let's put a well on here. There's a well. Okay, so you get to there. Thorin, since you're... I guess everybody there back still... Well, who said they were going to go deal with the thing to the north?
Orden would have gone north.
So Orden, as you move that direction, pushing away, they're not on here. All the people, the little people, who are talking about and pointing there and so forth. Someone said, "There's someone in there."
Orden would run into the building, I suppose.
I will follow.
I'm trying to see if I can think of anything real quick to protect myself other than shield, which I don't know. I don't know if that would work against fire.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the order then while you're figuring that out. Thorin, where are you going?
Hearing the yelling and then seeing Orden and all them run over there, he'd probably run over that to help too.
Okay, and Mal,
He has
you're going
resistance.
south.
Yeah, he has resistance to fire, so he'd be able to help with that too.
Okay, Odo, you went that way, and Nasir, are you staying where you're at, or?
So basically, it's just basically people packed from like here all the way up to the entrance.
Not to the entrance, no. There's nobody past where you are. You guys are now pretty much past the back of them.
Oh, so people weren't actually going in; they're just milling around here.
They're milling around here because they're afraid of whatever's going on between the fire and the glowing tree and stuff.
Does Anders have any servants or guards or anything outside that we can see?
That's
we can
what you
ask.
Can see. No.
And does. All right, I'm going to. He's going to start heading toward the main building to find Anders and figure out what's going on.
I need a macro to like lay out 20 to 100 people quickly. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so if you're all there, let's roll initiative then. Let me clear this initiative thing. Remove all.
Are we going to be doing this all in initiative order?
Oh,
Yes.
Lots of walking again.
Luckily, Internet, we're at a bigger scale now. So there's 5 feet for each one of these. You could actually make it to the building with a dash, I think. Maybe some would be good.
I missed it. Did you say that we were seeing anything other than panicky civilians?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
Just them yelling about there's someone in the building.
Yeah, we were basically at the top of a hill. So before we got here, we pretty much had a panoramic view of everything around us. So there should be nothing creeping up on us unless they're teleporting in.
This is true.
Holy shit.
Go, Orden, go.
I know,
It's
right?
best I've ever seen you roll.
Someone lit
Me
a fire
too.
under Orden.
Sorry, James, I rolled late. You want to reorder one more time?
I haven't ordered yet, and I'm just talking to myself with my mute on. I love that. Okay. Descending. There. All right. Orden, top of your round. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Not strong suit.
Amazing.
So, sorry.
The people, no, just too many people still. You guys, as you're pushing your way through the civilians who are blocking your view, which is why you got a 1, you can't see much up there.
Since I didn't think about it, Orden wouldn't either. The fact that Thorin has resistance to fire and should be the one to run in there. He's leading the way. He's just going to run into the building.
Okay.
I'm not sure where the door is or where the nearest opening would be. I'm assuming this whole wall is gone, yeah?
Well, for once, I actually have an interior map for one of these little buildings. Hold on. Put that over here somewhere. Okay, so now you have a better idea that you can see as you get up to the building. I don't think I put any, no, I did not put any lines on it, so don't worry about that.
Can I see where this person is inside here?
Somewhere over, let's put some on the map, hold on. Let's throw this guy on there.
Is he pretty clearly visible since there's no walls between him and I?
Yes, absolutely. There's 2 people, actually. One's underneath that chair with a beam on him, and the other one's just passed out. You can't really make out much about them.
I have 10 feet of movement left, but at this point, when he saw him and saw the flames, we're gonna try and play this smart. I'll unfortunately have to burn another second level slot, but I'll Misty Step over to where they are. Pick up the one that is not trapped. Sorry. Is this guy the one that's not trapped?
Indeed, you can see he's
That's what I
looks to
thought.
be a rich nobleman of some sort. He's on his face down.
Having trouble finding the grid here. Essentially, he would morph to the spot where that guy is. Pick him up, and he's got 10 feet of movement left. I think I'd be able to drag him about 5 feet towards this door. And
Strength check.
Okay.
What is
Roll
just
written, he
like a-
just, it's half
Yeah.
it's difficult terrain.
That's
But
all
I am pretty weak. Just straight strength.
straight? Yeah, unless you have someone with athletics or something.
Not really.
Okay, so it's a bit of work. It uses up most of your turn as you drag him up to the edge there. At the very end, you pull him over the top. His robe is stuck under his hair, and it rips away, and it rips off of his face, and you can see that it's passed out Baron Rosnar in your arms.
I would drop him immediately.
Oops, and the other guy is there as well. You can see him unconscious now. As you look at him, you think, but you hard to tell because there's some fire damage and so forth to him. But you think that might be the butler.
Butler, I'd save. Rosnar, I wouldn't not save him, but we're far enough away from the fire. He's in no immediate danger, so I'd drop him with a grimace where I stood.
Anders Butler?
Yes.
Was dragging him my action, I'm guessing?
Yes, sir.
Then I am all set.
Yeah, because you had to pull things out of the way. Okay. Odo.
Weird question. Can I consider the fire my enemy?
Well, it hasn't done any formal declarations against you. Fire is your friend. Depends. What are you trying to do?
Oh, just my bonus action aggressive movement. I've always
Not
imagined it.
yet.
Okay. I've always imagined it more as a protective movement type thing, but okay, that's fine.
I can see that. Yeah. This is more of an environmental.
So I will take as much movement as I can. I will use my swimmer's lungs to hopefully not breathe in any of the smoke. See how that goes. And just run right through the fire.
Is that as far as you get?
I believe that is my 35 feet of movement, according to the measuring thingy. Am I close enough to at least get to, like, the beam and try to lift it up? Even if I am in the fire?
I'll raise the DC some. How's that? Because it's an awkward angle. You can't get underneath. You can't get the leverage. So
Fine
yes,
button?
you could.
I would love to lift that thing up off of the butler.
Okay, go for it. Give me athletics or strength.
Oh yeah.
Not a problem.
Okay.
So you throw the beam to the side, pull it up your direction, and then toss it off the side a bit. The butler groans. You can see him twitch a little bit as he starts pulling himself forward.
And unfortunately, I think that is all I can do.
One second. Not quite yet, just here. Hold on.
Does it look like the butler's like bleeding out or anything?
It looks like he got stunned by the beam. He's got a crack on his head. He's not bleeding out, dying, or anything.
Okay, thank you.
By the way, Mal, do you have your familiar out as well?
My familiar died.
But you haven't resummoned him yet?
Oh wait, no, yeah. No, he got killed by the. Oh no, actually, yeah, he's probably still a crab.
Wasn't he fighting that giant bat?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or that was no, that was Gary. Gary was
Yeah.
fighting the giant bat.
I'm gonna say since I didn't remember, no, he is not.
Okay. I
No
need
longer crab.
every single person to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 11.
Ugh.
We totally didn't see these coming at all.
No. I rolled a natural 20 on their stealth.
Or wasn't? Didn't what's his face? Did Mal get like something like an effective 25 on the way up here for perception?
He did.
James, I will add +4 to that using my reaction with my arcane deflection. So
Okay.
that'll give me 11 exactly. Does meeting make it?
I hope so.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Meeting makes saving throws and attack rolls.
Perfect. And I can
Now-
post what I'm using.
Oh, and I was going to say you might have advantage, Mal, but nah, 6 ain't going to do it.
Yep. He's focused on that well, trying to get the water up out of it. With his control water or shake water.
Yeah, the optional +4 saving throws is really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And you get to call it after you fail, which you don't have to declare it before, which is cool.
That was weird. The echo behind me started jumping into a conversation telling me that her robot heart sings with joy. And I'm like, what the hell's going on back there? I don't know what she heard.
She's just living her best life, you know.
I guess so. I hope we're not in a relationship now or something. All right. So Mal, way on the far side of it, you hear this melodic sound comes trickling across, and it's very familiar. It brings images of the sea, and some reason or other reminds you of how. And then all you know is you feel your feet turning around and walking towards the song.
It's to the south.
No, it's towards the fire. So I'm gonna move you a full.
Where
Well,
everybody
actually, on your
up there
move,
is?
yeah, on your move, you're gonna do a full move towards the fire
Okay.
as you're heading towards the song. Luckily, you're
Excellent.
very far away.
Yes.
All right, that was their turn. The song continues. All right, Adam, let's see her.
All right, so I hear the song go off, and I'm pretty sure I recognize what's going on.
Yes,
So I saw-
you-
saw that-
those
saw
of
that-
you, the rest of you automatically recognize it. You remember this? These are the harpies that you battled before out of the sea.
Yep, in that road, that awful rowboat.
Oh shit, Gary needs to give you a wisdom save too, huh? Sorry, Adam, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, I guess my dead spirit does too, technically, since he is not immune to being charmed. What was it, DC again?
11.
11.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What would you like to do, Nasir?
All right, so I try to look in the direction I hear the sound coming from. Do I see them?
Yes, there's a couple of figures on the barn. In fact, now that you're there, I will bring up the rest of them that you can look for them among it. You can see there's actually, it looks like a whole group of them up on top of the barn.
Okay.
And it looks like they're guiding people towards the flames, because you can see a good number of the civilians are starting to meander that way, zombie-like.
All right, gotcha. Ooh, that's not so good.
Which, if any, James, are inside the building with us, and which are on the roof, so I couldn't see them.
They're all on the roof, unfortunately.
Got it.
I have no idea which one actually has everyone charmed, though.
No, you don't know. The two of them in the back are singing at this point.
Oh, okay, yeah, then. I just... Where's the entrances to these buildings?
Well, there's an entrance right in the front, and then the whole... Which building? I'm sorry.
The two
Oh,
worker
those ones?
buildings that you described.
Towards the street side, on the long side of it. So one faces the tree. The one in the north has one towards the tree, and the one to the south has one towards the road.
All right, then you see, would like to fire off a pair of bolts at the one of the singing ones, and then basically attempt to retreat into one of the houses under cover.
Okay, let's do it. I guess I need some commenters now, since they're wandering into the fire. Well, the first one's definitely going to hit. You want to hit the one on the left or the right, or does it matter?
Dealer's choice. I don't think it matters yet,
Yeah.
since they're both healthy and they're both singing. So, whichever one I have a better angle on, which I assume would be this one.
She got moved. She's right there.
All right. So is the door locked on this one?
Not at all. It's not really even too much of a door. It's just a thatch house. So you push your way through.
I duck in and before, and there's a lot of the town folk walking toward the fire, isn't there?
Yes, there's going to be. It's going to be probably. I'll make a group save here in a moment. That'll be fun. Give it a try.
Alright.
See how that works.
Then I'm going to yell out to my undead spirit. Knock the townsfolk unconscious before they reach the fire.
Will his smell do that alone?
Yeah, he's farting them.
No, but his
Oh,
claws will. Yes.
Okay, that's enough for this group.
Right. So, are any of these walking? So there's a whole bunch of people there. Are any of them walking towards the fire?
We're going to find out just a moment here. And I'm going to use a group check on him. And that was a wisdom save.
Ooh, that looks like at least half of them.
Yeah. Let's get the few that actually made it out then.
Yeah. So 5 saved. The rest didn't. Huh, that's cool. How'd you change them all like that? It's different things.
That because they're a multi-sided token. I did that for commenters, so there's like 15 different sides they could be, and then you just highlight them all and say multi-slide random side.
Oh, I didn't know you
And
could
they
do
all
that.
They all turn into different people.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't know you
So
could
now
do that in mass. Cool.
So yeah, I stumbled onto that. There. Okay, so these ones then. I wonder if I can. I don't think I can do a token altogether though. That would have been cool. Okay. We'll just make an obvious separation between them so I can tell. Okay, so those guys ran away and everybody else is meandering towards the fire. The other one's there.
All right, so the ones in front are the ones who are going toward the fire, correct?
Yes.
All right, then. Undead spirit will basically non-lethally.
That'll take 2 down.
Yeah, his minimum is like 8 damage. So I don't think most no counter is going to be able to not go unconscious.
Okay, anything else?
Nope, I'm done. I think I gotta go back up to click my thing, right?
That's all right. Okay. 2 more harpies jump in on their little game. Let's make 2 more saves. DC 11.
Target that successfully saves is immune to the Harpy song for the next 24 hours.
I believe it's that harpy song, though. But let's find out.
I failed one and passed one.
Well, there's four Harpies singing, so do we need to make 4 saves or else we're all charmed? Because we didn't make we didn't make 2 saves before, did we?
No, you didn't. Only made 1. We'll say the other one wasn't singing yet. Do this harpy song for the next 24 hours. That's a lot of reading. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll have all the peasants go on round 1. Or on, yeah, initiative 1. So we have an undead spirit. Is that Gordon? Do we have 2 rolls there? What's going on?
You told us to roll 2.
Oh yes, duh, thank you.
With that said, though, there's probably nobody that's going to make 4 wisdom saves in a row. So
Yeah,
we're all
just-
charmed.
I'm just gonna walk into the fire and die, I think.
So the first one, okay.
You take damage though; it should knock you out of it.
Yep, and you get to make another save as you walk towards it, as you get into the fire, or before you step into it.
So every time we make the save, we have to make. How many saves do you have to make?
Depends on how many you're still singing.
Question:
Alrighty.
Do you want me to make those saves because I'm already under, or should I? Is it different?
I'm not going to stack them, no.
Okay.
But as soon as you come out of it, you'll have to make another one for any of them that are singing at that time.
So we have to head towards that one. I had to reload during all the singing part, so
Yeah, I don't see yours roll on here.
I made a
there's
10 and a,
Thorn Wisdom.
10 and 23.
So this time it got Adam. It got everybody this round, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I did not roll. Sorry.
No, you made it. One more. Again. So you see that the songs has affected the rest of the party at this point. Everybody else has sort of gone slack-jawed, and they're all slowly wandering, following the peasants into the fire. That one's done. That one's done. Gary is out too.
Is it calling us toward them or toward the fire? Gary's in the air.
Towards them. So I imagine you're just going to land up next to them. It's not going to attack a little owl. Now.
It sounds like Halton's wife. I'll start moving forward.
Go ahead and move yourself 6 forward. Thorin, go ahead and move yourself 6 forward.
Oh, or am I dashing?
No, you're just walking. All right, Thorin, as you get to the edge of the flames, then go ahead and make another save. Oh, okay.
No.
And you step into the fire. But luckily you don't, what do you take, a D8 or something small?
Isn't it like fall damage?
I don't know.
And then you make another save because you take damage.
Travel at sea, I don't want that. But it's fire damage anyway. I'm not seeing it in the compendium.
I'm looking at it up here.
Because actually I need to give it to Odo too. He needs to, he forgot to do that for him.
My breath weapon is like 2d6, but
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like bonfires do a lot, but like just a flaming puddle of oil does little, so it's pretty variable.
yeah. So I would make another save for being damaged this time.
Once you get their damage, yes.
Okay, all right. Quick. I know I've probably asked this too before, but with the fighting spirit, I know it gives me 5 extra hit points. How long does that last? Like, does that last a whole long rest, or
Until you get a long rest, I believe.
Or
Okay,
get
alright.
more temporary hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, we're gonna call it a save, dex save, but you're not gonna do a dex save since you wandered into it. 2d10 damage then.
Holy shit.
Would you like me
This
to
is-
roll it?
I got it. It's Conflagration, only 6. And then you get
And
to
then I
half
take
that.
half damage. All right,
And
so
now you
3.
get to make another save roll as well to get out of this dam. Oh, and Odo, you're gonna take half this.
All right, so
Okay,
13.
you're fine. So you break out. One more. Give me one more because you also have the second one. There's so many damn. Oh wait, you're only affected by one song. That's fine. This is
All
confusing.
right. Will that take my whole turn up, or would I still be able to make an attack?
You can still make an attack, but those
It took
are
all
on the
my
rooftop.
movement, but
Yes. So you get into the flames. The song sort of fades from your ears as the fire is crackling around you and burning a little bit at you and toasting some of your ropes and stuff. You can see through the rooftop up there. You can see the edge of one of them singing on the roof, and you know there must be another one up there because you can hear its voices. But they're about 15 feet above you on the roof.
15 feet above me on the roof. All right. Okay, so he'd probably pull his bow out real quick and take 2 shots if he could. Then, if you don't have any weapons out.
Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna call this one. Put the roof to the side, and I'm gonna move them onto it so we can see.
All right, so 18 both.
Where? Check this one. This one. There. That's gonna hit for both of them.
All right, I do it to the same one. So the one, I guess, whichever, if I can identify which one was singing and got me.
The one that's easiest to see and hit is this first one.
So, could you possibly put like markers on these to show like which one they are, like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Sure.
Probably attack that one then, if that was the case. So 11 damage total on that.
Because we should need to track which ones are actually immune to the song of.
I'm under the influence of this one. Once or if I save, I only have one more that I haven't saved against. That one. So, like, I'm keeping track of mine, but I won't know anybody else's.
Okay, they have little 1, 2, 3, 4 on them.
Do you mind putting like a little a green song icon on whichever ones are currently singing? That's it.
The only one that's not singing is this one.
Yeah, so 2, 3, and 4 are all singing, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all right, and Thorn, you did 9.
I
points.
attacked 4, 11 for 4. Or 4 for 11. I'm sorry. Thorn's gonna yell, "You brought me right to you, you idiot."
Okay, a lot of tokens there. And let me take the hit points off after all that. Minus 11. So the 2 arrows slip through. One of them catches a little bit on the edge of the wood of the rooftop, but they both slam into the creature, surprised because it wasn't expecting anything, which is just sitting up there singing away. They should make concentration checks. I'm gonna have them make concentration checks.
If it's an ability, they don't need to, I don't think.
Yeah, but this is a weird ability. They got 4 of them. This is gonna take all night to try to get past these bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's to keep the song going. They have to make a con roll. But I'm not gonna have you break out of it if they lose the spell. It won't keep going. Okay, con. You did 11. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one. Oh, you didn't only hit the one. Okay, at least you have a roll now. Okay, anything else you want to do up there?
And that'll be it.
It
Just
squawks, but
stand-
it keeps
stand in the
singing
fire.
its song. It sort of glares down at you. Was that the whole round? No.
Yeah.
Gordon. The people. Hold on. Okay, these two are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, idiot people start pushing around you to get into the fire. I'm going to have these ones all make a group check. It's going to be a stun.
All right. Do never mind.
Okay. That guy's not doing well. He wakes up and screams and runs the opposite direction. Or tries to. They're not going into the flames. I'll just put greens on them for now. Oh, it was that one. Okay. And he's dead. So the guy walking next to you pushes past you, Thorin, walks into the flames and screams in agony as he burns away. And the rest don't
Yeah,
get there.
no.
All right. Nope,
So,
sorry, I just
my
skipped you.
turn.
Sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Most direct route towards number 4 would be 5, 10. Before I step into that square, if I'm reading it right, I get to make another save. And pop myself out of it, thankfully.
Yay!
I see a guy in fuego, right? And then 2 others that seem to be screaming and running away, but the rest of these townsfolk seem to be still wandering towards it.
Yes, exactly. Next round, the other 4 will wander into the fire. If they don't make saves.
Shit.
And you still got the butler on the ground there.
20 feet to there. Is there a wall in front of me between me and where the X dude is? Oh, yeah, I guess there is, isn't there?
You could call it difficult terrain and squeeze by Thorin.
Well, I'm 20 feet where I'm at now. I've got 10 more feet of movement. I can't share Thorin's space, and it'd be 10 feet.
Yeah, you
To
could just
move
get to where the
into his
dead guy
square.
is.
Oh, I can? Okay, good.
And that would be the end of that. Would take you 10 to get to there.
God, this is a tough one, but especially since it's Raznar, I think it's worth the risk. And I know Nasir doesn't trust the butler either. So we're gonna go ahead and put them at a little bit of risk, because I'm going to cast a shatter in between the harpies to hopefully hit all of them.
Ooh.
You toss that one up on the
One.
screen?
2, 3. Yeah, you can hit all 3 singing ones, can't you?
Yep. Not the
Nice.
number 1, but I can hit 2, 3, and 4. It was
So-
between that and trying to rescue the civilians, but we'll do
Can
this.
you draw a little dot or something on the map on the rooftop of where you're putting this thing?
right? I think so. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Can't. There we go. If you move it down
Yeah, you
a
can see
little bit.
these harpies aren't actually on the grid.
Oh, thank you. Because I just dragged the roof and dropped it into place. So let's put them on the grid. That makes sense because Thorin shot that one.
And if you can move it. So is it the circle or is it the square, this red square down here?
I didn't draw the circle.
I did. That's
I
a
think
20
it's gonna
foot radius.
It says 10-foot spear.
10 foot, 10 foot. Yeah, there we go.
10
This
foot
is the one.
radius.
Yeah, it depends how you're doing it. Are you doing it by basically by essentially a template method, or are you doing it by just
Say
or
10 foot.
by the grid method?
That doesn't look like a 10-foot radius sphere to me. Centered on a point.
This is the grid method. So you have to basically pick one of the points, then put it there. Template methods, you just draw basically a circle, and then basically anything the circle touches gets hit.
I'm fine with it hitting all of them. That's fine.
I don't need to hit number 1. My concern is just 2, 3, and 4 is all I was anticipating. I'm totally fine with it not hitting number 1. I'm trying to break the trance so these
You got it. Okay,
people's...
so let's do it.
got
Get
it
all
every
3 of them.
I'm sorry, I'm realizing every time I'm clicking here, I'm leaving a little green box behind.
You're infecting the map.
Pox.
Warden box.
Just leaving them everywhere.
Yeah, I had it on draw shape and instead of select move, and I was clicking
Okay,
around.
so you drop your shatter on top. Go for it.
Right.
Say
yeah, that's
spell
right. it's not
save,
roll for-
DC 15.
And I'm gonna upcast it just a little bit because let's save that. No, I'll just keep it at second.
Odo, how tall are you?
That's good rules.
Ooh, good question. Relatively tall.
Remember, line of effect.
Cool.
Well, and my fear was that the roof might cave in a little bit, but if it keeps the civilians safe, I think anyone would agree it's not a bad decision. Unless it doesn't keep them safe, they continue singing and it hurts everyone inside, and then I apologize in advance.
Well, the inside people aren't that big of a loss. The outside people you try to save.
Right.
Yeah, if you say center it like right there, that means basically the equivalent would be right here, which means basically that Odo would be not affected, right?
I don't see anything about line of sight in this spell. It just says everything within a certain 10-foot radius centered on a certain point.
Yeah,
must
it's
be
not in the
a
spell.
thing.
It's basically just like the default spell casting rules. So basically, unless it says it goes around, like if like fireball, if fireball says it goes around corners. If it doesn't say it goes around corners, then basically it stops wherever there's hard cover, which would include the top.
So I can hold a sheet in front of myself to stay out of the way of a spell?
Good idea.
Technically, like if you want to basically blast through terrain, that's fine. But I'm just telling you how it works raw. So yeah,
We're
basically
definitely
like
taking the roof apart. Okay, let's do some damage then.
yeah, because it's crumble, it might collapse the roof on top of Odo. But yeah, technically you can't fire like a firebolt through a glass window to hit somebody. Oh no, sorry.
Really?
Uh-uh.
I
Not
gotta
a
look that one
firebolt.
up.
Sorry, Eldritch Blast is what it is. Firebolt, you could fire it at the window. Yeah, because window is a solid cover, so you have no line of effect to them.
Oh, I have to read the manual again on those ones. Okay, I'm not gonna make that canon until I get a reading, but we'll ignore it for now.
Sure,
Or go
I'll
with it for
show
now.
you all the literature that I looked up before on it, because
Thanks.
Hey James,
And
you saw the damage above, right? If
Oh, I
that's what
didn't.
you're rolling.
I was. Where's it at? 17.
17.
That's better than mine. Okay, I just need to make con saves. Con save, submit. Normal, submit. 15, nice DC. Submit, damage 17. Is it suck? Is it half? Otherwise?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
save for half.
Half submit. None of them made it. Good job.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay, Odo. There's a loud, deafening boom that goes on over your head somewhere, and the roof just shatters apart. Daylight floods down on you, and pieces of wood and beams come tumbling down. Make a dex save.
Sorry, buddy.
No issue. I think that first one would be an 11. I don't know why it clicked twice.
Okay. We'll call it 2d6 from the beams and everything. So 7 more points. As more beams and stuff come falling on down you as you throw one beam to the side.
That was movement, action, no bonus action. I am good as soon as I can find my EOT.
And let's have them make a con save. DC 10. One of them stopped singing. This loud squawk goes off. If anybody was affected by 3,
I
she's
don't
no
know who
longer
I was
singing.
affected by.
1 or 2, because yours are in the first group. Gotcha.
So, or all the
2.
So-
one never sang, so we
For
did
2.
1 save for 2, and then 2 more. So depending on which one you failed, Mal. If you failed the very first one, it was that.
He did.
2.
He missed way at the one
Alright.
was very, very
Oh,
beginning.
way at the beginning.
Yeah.
Got it.
all right, so 3 is no longer singing, correct?
Correct.
So
No. Okay, go ahead.
technically, the ability says that you're immune to it once you make the save. Are we immune to it since because they've stopped singing now, or are we still up for them to sing again?
You haven't made the save. That's
Yeah, I'm
just
going to
my
go with the
opinion.
save part. Plus, I'm also giving you an out that there actually can stop them and so forth. So if they start up again, it'll just be like another attack, and you'll have to make a new
Okay.
save versus it.
Unless
Gotcha.
it's one you have saved against specifically.
Then ignore it. Okay. Odo.
How much did the
Start. Sorry, before you even do anything else, another dex save because you start your round standing in the fire.
Hey James, did that break any of these guys out with number 3? I know we're not as specific as who's by what, but the whole point of that was less. I mean, hurt them, yes, but more break their trance.
I'll
we
figure that out while Odo's going.
We lose initiative.
No, I just closed it somehow because it was in my way. I'm bad at that.
How heavy were these beams?
The big one that was over the top of the butler was a good sized one. It's one of those beams that holds up the whole roof type, so it's 100, 150 pounds or so. Probably more than that actually. The ones that came tumbling down over you, just various weights. It was more of just weight crashing down. You don't have to make a strength roll to get out of it. The dex roll was just to get away from the fire. And you're going to take half of the 12 from that since you made your dex.
Is there a beam probably about 10 feet wide that's light enough for me to carry and use as a bulldozer against the commoners to knock them down so they don't go into the fire?
Yes, you could get out of the fire too. But yes, that beam that you pulled off of the butler is exactly that.
I will definitely try to lift that up and just plow into the commoners to knock them down.
Okay, and where are you going?
Outside.
Okay, go ahead and move you and I'll take your beam with you.
I think I can make it back to there. Knocking all the commoners down if I can.
Just going to run through them and... Okay, I'm going to have them make a dex save. Just a small one. As you go plowing past them all.
entranced, would they get a save? I mean, except for the people that aren't.
I'm just going to call it natural knee-jerk reaction, not fall on your ass when you get pushed over. Group check. Dex. Oop, I did death. Dex. Alright.
How do you
Oh,
roll
that's
that?
sucky. They all made it, except for one. We'll call it this one. Oops.
Did much better today.
So you push some of them over, you push them around, but a lot of them just sort of climb back up or move around it as you go slamming through. One of them you knocked over completely.
Would that be my action?
No, that's your move.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, then I guess I'll just throw javelins at him. The long,
I'll pin him to the ground.
end. Not the pointy end. Just
That's the point.
Like-
Yeah.
Get them commoners.
Flip it around and hit it with the blunt end. Okay.
yep. Go home. Two of them that still seem to be walking towards the fire.
Okay.
I don't know which two those would be.
The ones in the front, the green dots have made their save and they're getting out of the way.
Okay, then I'll do the two closest ones. That guy and that one, I think.
Okay. Hit.
All right. Yeah.
How much does that thing do? I'll just hit it.
Non-lethally.
There, that's enough. That's enough
Yeah.
to knock them both down.
And I think that's all I can do for my shenanigans.
With that person cough in your background, I'm thinking, cover your mouth. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm 2,000 miles away. I don't give a damn. That reaction, this COVID reaction.
I
Alright.
totally understand that.
Oh, that went down. Okay, anything else you want to try?
No. I only have my bonus action left, so. That is to say, I have nothing for my bonus action.
Okay.
These harpies all have 5 heads.
Right, this one. When it's not singing, what's their move? Plenty. Flies down and makes a grab for one of the peasants. I'll use a claw attack for that, for the grab. Nah, this uses strength. Not with a 4, she's not. So the creature flies down off of the roof, does this big swoop down, grabs onto him. Thorin, the thing's flying by you as it tries to return back to the roof. As the guy pats away at it, get off me, and gets away, and it starts flying back up to the roof. If you want to take an opportunity, you can.
Absolutely. Oh, I have my bow out. Can I just smack with the bow, I guess?
Go for it.
Can I make 2 shots with it? I mean,
Sure. Well, if you have 2 attacks, yes, we'll just call
No,
it a D4 plus
if
your
it's
strength and all that.
Opportunity attack. It's just
Oh, it's
the
one.
one.
Just smack it with the bow.
so let's roll a 1d20 plus a strength. Or a straight strength roll.
Plus your-
Basically.
Yeah. Don't you get proficiency on that though?
Nope.
Net
Oh, it
20.
doesn't matter with a critical anyways. Good to God.
Wait. Oh my god. Is that your vicious bow?
It is, but yeah, I'm taking a shot with the vicious bow, but I mean, it's only smacking it, I think.
But that means you do 1d4 plus strength plus 2d6. It's the crit.
So go for it.
Oh,
That's
my
hilarious.
God.
That's hilarious.
Just smack.
That's not. I'm sure that's not the way it's meant to be used, but
Hey,
You gotta
magic is
pull the
magic.
string.
That's amazing.
it's really funny because as he was attacking, like if he gets a crit, he'll get the extra damage on that. I'm like,
Go for it. Roll your dice there. You
Yeah,
just
it'd
have
be
to
a,
type them in,
you're right. It'd be a
All right,
D4
well, that's
for
this
improvised.
6.
and then let's get the
So
rest
it's
of
6
the damage.
doubled and then plus another 2d6.
Not doubled. You roll another die.
Okay.
oh,
Rolls
actually,
2d6.
actually another 1 die 4 and another 2 die 6
There you go.
Buy another 1 die 4.
The
because
critical.
crit. Yep.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Sorry, if you rolled a 1, I would have snapped the string or something.
Brained that harpy with a strong bow.
Yeah.
It's
Magic bow.
amazing.
That plus. I'm gonna roll it as well. Do you get to +3 twice? Oh, you got it.
Nope.
And then 2 die 6 again. I'll take
Yep.
3 out of it.
Strength
Not
only.
the +3, the second one, so that'd just
Yeah,
be
I
the
got
1.
Oh, must be, yeah, just 1 in the second one.
So 7 total, and then roll 2 die 6. 5. Wow,
13.
not bad for a half-ass head.
Smacking it with the phone.
So 12.
Yeah, improvised weapon hit. That's awesome.
Oh, it's 12. Yeah, 12.
And the harpy returns back to its spot, slightly wounded now. Oh wait, you can't, because when you hit it with Sentinel, it stays there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't fucking singing no more, are ya?
So it's right above him, we'll say. Flapping its wings. All right. The other one is going to continue singing. And we're back to Nessir.
James, I think from what I read up, what you posted, the singing is just a bonus action. So I think this one still have her movement and her action if you wanted to use it.
I didn't see that they could actually attack and stop singing, so I'm going to not go with that.
All right. Well, I'm currently still charmed by checks notes. Number 4. So I move 4,
Okay.
and I'm done. My undead, however, is free because 3 is no longer singing.
Okay.
So is this guy going into the fire or trying to go into the fire?
Sorry, I got something over the top of him. Which one's this guy? If he has a red icon, no.
Or anything? Is this one going into the fire then?
Let me just close this window. Sorry. Which one again? No, the green dots have been cleared from the space. So the only one left now, none of them. They're all on the ground or cleared from the spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then then I need just a hot second then to figure out what he does.
Okay, take a moment. I'll make it my back up. Okay, I'm going to clear all the tokens off of them since they're all running away for now.
All right, and everyone else is basically running away, right?
Yep, they're all running away from the fire now.
All right.
Like these
Then
2 are unconscious. I'll just put X's on them.
is it smart?
Someone
No,
knocked
that
their
did-
asses out.
No, the undead spirit is not very smart. So then he just takes the dodge action.
There he is. Okay.
And I'm done. It's unfortunate.
Okay. There is a loud thundering noise. And through the trees to your east, the trees up to the north, this humongous dragon head bursts through the bushes there. Branches move out of the way as this giant dragon pushes its way through, and its head rolling out, looking over, and it's this big bronze dragon, and it's the color of liquid metal. And the harpies as one scream in rage, and the song stops. And there's a chuckling sound from the dragon, who's also going on this round. He just looks around and says, what do we have here? And next, Gary and Mal.
Harpies are still right where they were. They just stopped singing.
They did, yes, they did, because this one hasn't got a chance to go yet. The other ones, yes, the only two, they just stopped singing.
Gary's gonna fly over and flap around in this harpy's face that's down here, provide the help action on it, and then fly back over to Orden.
So does that mean Mal is unhypnotized now?
Yes.
All right. They'll run up. And is this harpy back here behind all those people are in the way? He'll shoot up at the one that's hurt up top.
Okay.
And then 2 bolts at her. Or would she be undercover, number 1?
Number 1 is on the lower level. It's stuck right up. It's only like 6 feet up the ground.
Just like right next to Thorin.
Yeah, Thorin stopped it.
Would it be hard to hit her?
Not at all.
Okay, then he'll send them at her.
Yeah, I have to refresh this. It may take a moment. Just tell me what you got while I'm refreshing.
Okay. Where is the hang? There it is. First one, 25 for 14. And bonus action, 25 for 4.
Alright, the first one almost kills it, knocks it down to the ground as it moves over it, hisses at you, starts climbing up, and the second round puts it down completely.
Nice.
Nice song, by the way, but stay down. And then that is it for Val.
Hey, map came back up.
Southy, if we were in one of our games and I had 3 words to yell out, Orden would say, nice song, halflings.
He was digging it.
Fair point. Whether he wanted to or not, damn it.
Yeah. Well, might as well go with it.
I take damage again, right? Take another 2d10.
Oh, make another save. Maybe you can dance out of the way. Dex 13. Yeah, so 2d10, and then take half, and then half of that. 1.
1, very nice.
Actually, you take 0. Because you're going to take half of that, which would be 1, and then you take half of that round in your favor. So we'll say 0.
All right, I'm cool with that too. You said, what color was this dragon? You said that was the gold dragon, right? Or is that a smaller dragon?
It's a big
A
bronze
bronze.
dragon. That's not a great picture. It does look very bronze.
Thorin, you take 0.5 hit points of damage.
Yeah.
Have a point.
There we go. This one's bronze.
Well, just in this case, Thorn's just gonna probably just take 2 shots at the one that he shot first, the one that's right over here at the moment.
I think that one's dead.
Yeah, that one's dead. This one on the roof over here, this red one.
Oh, now that I have the map back, I actually can kill it.
Isn't that one directly above you?
There's some cracks in the ceiling. I was able to shoot through it when I
got
first ran into the building. Yeah.
Yes,
My
this
bad.
one. Go for it.
No, y'all good. This dragon just busting through the forest.
Yes, just bust through the forest, is looking around. And
Pretty
it just
cool,
said,
Jake.
what's going
Sorry.
on here? Go ahead.
He's got a weird shaped head like the one you put in the Discord picture. It's
Oh.
strangely appropriate.
Look.
All right, so a 12 and a 21 to hit this fucker right here.
The 21 is definitely going to hit. Let me double check the 12. 12 hits as well.
Well, she takes 8 damage first, and then does that have to kill her?
Nope.
Another 10 on top of that then.
That does.
Ah.
Sounds like a harpy death.
All right, Thor, anything else you want to do this round?
I'm going to move out of the fire, actually. I think that'd be a good idea.
There you go.
It hasn't seemed to bother you thus.
Has this
far.
wall crumbled over here, or is it
You
just
can
like...
step out of it. You can step over it.
I'll move 10 feet that way just so we can see the dragon.
You come walking up to the dragon. So you step out over the top of the rubble there, and you see this dragon, which has got to be... how big is these dragons, anyways? I don't think I like their sizes. Let's see. I call them...
He's ancient, right?
Yeah.
Ancient is 4x4.
So this is not one of the ones that have been fighting in the above us at the moment.
It was. It's
This is the
gargantuan
rubble.
in size, so a gargantuan's only 4x4.
Yeah, that's
Which is right what he is, so that's perfect.
yeah. 4x4 is the biggest creatures can be.
I'm used to like the RuneQuest one, where the biggest dragons were hidden as mountains while they were sleeping.
Good lord.
Yeah, so a little different. All right, so yes, this large dragon, this looks like, as much as you saw in the sky above, this looks like the one that was flying around in the sky above.
Unless there's another ancient bronze dragon just, kind of slumming it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do, Thor, as you step out?
No. At the end of the turn, he's just going to peek around for the green dragon. Knowing that this one's here now, he's going to start looking around for the green one.
Okay.
And yell to the dragon, this is not your fight. We mean you no harm at the moment.
At the moment.
At the moment. We got to let him know.
You stay where I can see you, pal.
All right, the end of this round, now the peasants seeing the dragon really beat feet and get the hell out of here. And they all run off, pretty much off screen. Let's take them off. These two are unconscious still. And
Are you waiting on me, James?
no, sorry. Someday we need to get into software designer and build our own damn Roll20. There's so many clicks sometimes just to run the game. Like I want to change off the whispering. Now I got to go into the settings and
Yeah, some of Roll20 is kind of creaky and archaic.
I was like, oh, come on, guys. Okay, cool. And whose turn is that? We're
It's
up
me, I
to
believe.
top of the round. Okay.
5, 10, 15 feet back. And Orden looks over to you and says in pretty perfect orc, sorry about the roof, my friend. And he'll use his free action to pull out a potion and hand it over to you. potion of healing. And then
Much appreciated.
Does Odo even speak Orc?
you're thinking Merrick. Merrick didn't.
I know. I'm just thinking it'd be funny if they both didn't. That's all.
That would be funny.
I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's because the last Orc we had didn't. All right. Or half Orc. You're full. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. And then as an action, the one closest to me will just go ahead and launch a firebolt at it. Nothing sexy, but it'll do the trick. What did I use for move? 5,
It's-
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And that
Or
was
no,
a
mumble.
firebolt at the dragon.
No. The closest heartbeat to me, I
Okay.
said.
You wanna-
Damn. Okay.
Fucking
That-
death wave.
It's not your fight.
And it's a bronze dragon, so I would assume he's on our side, at least until he tells us otherwise. And we'll move over here. He would have stopped his turn somewhere next to his buddy, but he ends it over by Nasir and mumbles something like, "You gotta get that guy checked out, man. There's something fucking wrong with him."
So I'm assuming these ex-commoners are dead.
Unconscious. You knocked them out
Oh,
with the back of javelins.
In fact, I think Odo has to start his turn with a... Yeah. Putrid. Actually, Thorin would have had to too, I think. Or no, Thorin
Oh.
was more inside.
He was on the right on the edge of this building right here.
Right. Ah, shit.
you miss 1 week and the whole party has it out for you. Jeez.
It's a small grudge.
Ouch. What is the thing? Oh, thank you. Put up there. Con save throws DC 15 or be poisoned until end of next turn. Poisonous means you're at disadvantages, I believe.
Oh, shite. Okay. In that case,
You've got that potion, if you want to use it.
Too bad it doesn't stop poisoning.
Right. It's only for a turn.
so they're unconscious, they're stable. As a
Poisoned,
bonus
yeah.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'd like to pull my swarm of mosquitoes towards me and hover off the ground 10
Nice.
feet to try to get a better vantage on these harpies in the roof.
Nice.
And since there's a potion in my hand, I think I'm gonna take that and set me up away from that guy because I'm 10 feet in the air. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough room. If not, I'll back up one. I'll be fine.
Okay. So you float up into the air, quaff the potion. Your index finger starts glowing brightly. No, it doesn't. Your wrong potion. You feel to go ahead and take the.
Sorry about that.
What is it? A 2d4 for that spell, or
2d4 plus 4 for potions, I think. For regular potions, anyway.
2d4 plus 2.
okay?
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
That never happens.
Cool. I think that shall be the end of my turn.
Okay. Who's next? Harpy. Dead. Take off the initiative. Okay, this one screeches, stops singing its song. Falls back a little bit. Let's turn off some. Hey, it's not on a hunt a macro down. Let's find a macro to clear all conditions. So she's off the roof now and down over here.
Oh, behind the building?
Yeah, she dropped down behind the building. You can see her scampering inside, and looks like she's rummaging through at the pockets of Dres Brosnar, I think his name. That's here.
Alright. So I turn and see that huge ass dragon. You see her kind of sweats a little. Does he have any idea how good dragons feel about undead?
You could make a nature check. Pretty high, though. No, you're not real sure. You don't think they're friendly, especially since it's a good dragon? Which you do know?
Alright, then Zero will yell at his undead spirit. Move away, lay down, don't move. And he'll basically move to get an angle until he can see through the building. Looks like it's a straight shot, correct, at the harpy from here?
Yeah, absolutely. Through the flames and all, but yes, nothing in the way.
Alright, he's gonna basically take a shot to the harpy from there.
Go for it. Bong, bong. I think they both hit. I think it's 11. Yep.
So how many hits?
2 hits.
Okay, so 20 necrotic.
Nice.
So the first blast, the creature screams. Its hands rip off of Rosnar as it drops him as it was going through his stuff. Looks up and stands up and screams at you, his little wings going out. The second one hits it and drops it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start going around the building, heading toward the body that was going through, assuming that whatever it wanted, what it wanted to have. And then when I'm done, the undead goes and immediately lays down flat on his face and stops moving.
Oh, he got moved. I think the building got moved. Okay. Harpy, who's up here basically, flies down and tries to grab you. One of his claws reaches out, scraping at you, trying to grab purchase on you. I'm guessing that misses.
Got AC
And then
is 14.
Swings around with a piece of wood that it has. Did that one get you? Would you say it was 14?
Yep.
Clips you with this little piece of wood that it has. It's actually right there now. And let's get rid of the roof. She's dead in there.
Yeah. It's interesting that the harpy decides to stick around and fight instead of basically running from the dragon.
Okay.
Assuming they have some kind of death wish then.
That one's dead. And it's Gary's turn again.
I'll fly over and flap and claw around at the remaining one's head, providing the help action, and fly back to Ord.
Ow.
Actually, real quick, sorry, just for flavor, it'd be 10 feet over to her, 10 feet over to her, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gary's going to fly over here over the house, probably about 10 feet above where the roof is, and just flap in the air, looking at the dragon as an equal.
Thorin. Oh wait, not it's Mal's turn.
Yeah, Mal. Yeah, Mal first.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Mal's gonna take 2 steps up, take his shots at the harpy. Armor class 15. And second one, 23. With 15 hits, it's 22.
They both do. Nice. That was to the last harpy.
Yep. And then Mal's gonna turn. Uh, 10, 15, 20, 25. Run up here. And holler out. Why are you trying to be? Why are you trying to look like a big giant dragon?
So the dragon does a big puffing and booming. We can go at the same time because actually it has a 10 as well. Yells out in a big, loud voice. This battle is over. Throw down your arms. Surrender your gear. I am here only for one thing.
Orden mumbles at Mal if he thinks we're gonna throw down our gear. He's fucking touched in the head.
And Mal, what do you want to do? It's still your turn.
Oh.
You guys are on the same round, so you can have a longer discourse or do
Well,
something.
Yeah, we'll talk if you turn out the light show there. You're not really a dragon. How big are you? 2 feet?
Hey! Dragon looks over. Fiddlesticks! And disappears. And there's a little teeny dragon standing there, which is looks more than a snake, really, with wings on it.
Still, a pleasure to meet you, though. I'm Mal.
Hi. How did you see through all this?
It was really hard. I mean, you are really good at that, but, you know, it happens.
Well, you all need to surrender anyways. I'm on here on official business for you-know-who. Sort of gestures with his little head up into the air.
Why don't you tell us who?
Lamarantos. That's the
we-
big gold dragon, bronze dragon in the sky.
Now, do our characters know the name of the other dragon? That was something you put in Discord, or is that something
Yes.
that's only
Chloe.
Chloe, you know the name of the green dragon.
So we do know the name of the... Okay.
Alright.
So
Round one,
Correct.
Gordon would say, even if what you say is true, we're not throwing down our arms in the middle of this mess.
Looks a little frustrated. Well, please?
How about we secure the town and then we can talk about whatever your boss wants to talk about.
I like
Right
this
now,
guy.
there's still people in danger.
Yeah, maybe you can help us put out these fires. We're trying to help here.
Don't ask his name. What's your name, perhaps?
I'm Timon, but that's irrelevant for all of this. You really all need to do this. You need to give me your You need to give up your weapons. Thornton, make a save.
Make it save? Okay. What kind of save?
Probably gonna be wisdom.
Does it have some kind of ability to cast that without components?
Yeah.
21?
It does.
Yeah. nice. Okay, well, it doesn't work. You feel this spell or suggestion rolling over you, and then
Alright.
you sort of shake it off.
All right, as that happens, Thorn's gonna kind of grab the hilt of his sword.
Now, please, don't be a fool.
He's gonna stay in the draconic.
Oh, damn!
I'm sorry, you might be a dragon, but listen here, buddy. You're an itty bitty dragon.
He says, so what's going on anyway? Tyree?
It swirls around the tree there that it's in, sort of hides itself a bit among it, pokes its little head out of the branches. We were put on mission here to go pick up the orb. We're told that there was a group of people which had a couple of short folks in it, and we're supposed to go and find the orbs and bring it back. The Harpies signed on with the dragon. Old deal. They're creepy though.
We're out of initiative, right?
Yeah, I'll clear it.
Alright. Orden will walk over with Nasir too and mumble to him, do we just let him burn? And he says it clearly not as if he wants to let them burn, but also that he kind of wants to let them burn.
Is Rosnar stable?
Yes. And the butler is climbing onto his feet. He's sitting on his ass right now, but he's getting awake.
I drag Rosnar out of the burning building, far enough away that he's not going to basically die when the whole thing collapses. And then I will thoroughly search him with Orden's help, hopefully.
Orden will grab the back of this guy's jerkin and says, "You might have some splaining to do, Lucy. Don't worry if that joke is lost on you. It's from a different era." And,
It's out.
drags him out of the building, or tugs him out of there. Can't really drag anybody anywhere. Over to where Nasir's standing with Razdar. You keep strange bedfellows there, butler. And then Orden will cast guidance on Nasir.
Actually,
Okay.
I think you're probably the better one to do the actual searching on the guy, so I'll give you help.
So as you two are over the top of that one, you hear the little dragon going, "Oh, too late!" And the sound of song erupts from somewhere to the south, from that area of the tree.
God damn it.
And you see these snakes with wings, sort of like the fairy dragon, come shooting out of there, two of them, and then slam into the wall of the building, and they're scampering along. They're trying to find their way in, and then another one comes out, flies over towards it, and they're trying to find purchase and ways to get into the building.
Which building?
The main building. I'm gonna put some things on the map right now.
You say they look kind of like this guy? Do they look more nefarious than this guy?
They look more like snakes.
Got it.
In fact, Nasir has seen these. They are native to the lands that are across the ocean bay from you, the Cathult or whatever it is, the jungle lands to the south.
Oh, Cholt.
Yeah, them. They're flying snakes. But people keep them as pets, and you've known some wizards and stuff who've actually had them as familiars.
Oh, are they particularly dangerous? Are they poisonous?
They're really damn fast and poisonous.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
And
so,
they're trying to get into the main building, huh?
yes, they are. They're trying to get into both the buildings, all three of them, trying to scamper the way in.
Do we get any pot shots of them before they get out of basically immediate sight range?
Not at that point, no, because that was their surprise round type of thing. But we will go back into initiative again. That'll be fun. Reset
So,
this.
Adam, I did declare I had cast guidance on you before I knew what you intended. So as far as I'm concerned, unless James says differently, we'll enter this with me concentrating on guidance for you.
Okay, dokie.
I wrote the same thing. It's an 9.14 actually.
Oh
James.
shit, I missed that. We're initiative again. My bad.
I'm gonna roll twice because I just realized I have advantage on initiative.
Oh, nice.
What's that from?
I just realized that Rappy is a weapon of warning.
Oh, cool.
I didn't have my token selected, but I did roll another 22 for initiative.
I'll just overwrite. Put in with
Second
roll again
one.
and type it in
Yeah,
there.
I'll do it here. I'm just celebrating the fact that I actually got
The next
two
22.
decent, well, 2 decent initiatives in one game. Orden's usually even with a +6. He sucks at initiative.
Creature well. I'll take the well out. Okay, everybody on the board? Odo, Gary, I don't see Odo on there. Oh, there he is. Sort A to Z, that's easier to find everybody.
Do these other fairy dragons down here look exactly like the one that's been talking to us?
Mhm.
So presumably they're not against us. What are they?
Crickets.
What are they doing as they come up? Are they looking in any particular direction? All
They're
of them
watching
toward
the
the building?
snakes. Yeah, they're all hanging up there like little gargoyles on the edge of the buildings and silos, watching the snakes attack.
Well, at least they're not looking at us with hungry eyes.
Okay, hold a sec, I gotta shut my door. My wife's friend came over and she's heavy religious and I don't think she knows what Dungeons and Dragons is and I might scare her. So
no.
shut the door.
Or one of those old books with Asmodeus in it.
Yeah.
Don't mind us, we're just worshipping the devil. I say that totally tongue-in-cheek. I have nothing against people who hold strong to faith. I think that's great.
No, I like to mock them, but okay.
I think it's good for
You and Trent
them.
would get along well.
Not really good for me.
No, you're in a different business. You have to be nice to people. I'm a school teacher. I can be mean.
I don't have to be nice to people, but I choose to be. Kindness is important to me. Even and especially towards people that I don't necessarily care for. Because otherwise, what's the point, you know? I mean, there are lines. I'm not gonna say thank you, have a nice day for somebody that cusses me out, but I do my best not to be a dick anyway.
All right, looks like Mr. Snake goes first. Okay, this one disappears somewhere inside the flying building, in the burning building, and we will move on.
Fucking nuts, top of the round twice. This feels privileged to soak this in.
Don't waste it.
Yeah.
He will say to Nasir, do we give a shit that they're going in the building? I guess we do. Oh, this is
Yes.
where everyone was coming to hide, right?
Yes,
I
they're
got
looking.
it. Sorry. Yep,
Yes,
yep,
they're looking for something.
yep. Well, he's like, I know they're looking for something, and gives you a meaningful look. But clearly they're not going to find that there because we have it on us. He doesn't say that out loud. He just gives you
Okay,
an
good.
annoying look and says,
Oh,
I
come
know.
Because that would
they're
definitely
looking
change
for
what Mal's about to say.
Plus, that'll
That's
change what's
why-
going to happen, too.
Yeah.
No, I said that. He looks at it and gives him a meaningful look and says, I know they're looking for something.
Dogpile on the gnome.
Yeah, but there are innocents in there too that I wasn't really thinking of. You know what? I'm going to spend my action manacling the butler to Raznar and setting the butler down and saying, don't fucking move.
Is the butler outside?
Yeah, I said I drug him out here
Okay.
to where Raznar was, so they're both out here.
Okay, I just didn't see the bodies moved.
Oh, let me move his little body then.
I'm assuming manacling them or chaining them together will take an action or no.
Yeah.
And that will be action. I guess we'll get some.
Yeah. This is the butler that has the dagger that can basically cut space time and travel around, like teleporting.
Yes, it is.
That butler.
I don't know anything
That
about
butler.
that. I don't remember that. I'll leave that to Nasir.
Alright, who's up?
25, 30. Is there a door here, James? I'm assuming, since there's a path.
There is indeed.
Okay, we'll just
Big, huge double door, knockers on
stop
both.
there. Okay.
You can hear noises and shouts inside now that you're up closer to the building. Stuff's going on in there as well.
Like people yelling back and forth, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and then some sort of a roar of some sort. It doesn't sound quite like a dragon, but some sort of large animal roar. Here, we'll make it this one.
Then I guess at the end of his turn, he'll scream out, "There's something beside those snakes in that house." But that's it.
Okay, I'll just have them make a dex roll to see if they can get in. Oh yeah.
Is actually 8.
And this one disappears through a crack outside by the one with the broken windows and slides in. Odo.
Now I know there's enemies inside the house.
Yes! And it's not just fire.
Wonderful. I will use my movement and bonus action. Move 70 feet right up to the entrance of the house.
Okay.
And kick down the door to see what's there, I guess.
Strength roll. The door was
Laugh
not.
my ass off if it was unlocked.
It's not locked. So the door goes flying in with a kick. Both the panels go boom, fly open.
You know, that's with 70 feet of movement and an orc hauling ass at it.
Exactly. It was locked. Yeah, we just broke that.
It unlocked itself.
In fear. Right.
I'm skilled in lockpicking. What do I see?
Let's change maps for you. Yay, multiple maps. Maybe the scale's smaller in this map. Oh, wrong layer. Okay, you kick in the front door. Inside you see a nice room, sort of a cabin-esque, but still high-end. There's fireplaces to the left and right. Looks pretty untouched, except for straight ahead, there's a statue, a large, about 8-foot tall statue that's been toppled off its pedestal and crashed to the floor. Oddly, as you see that coming down the stairs, as you kick in the door, you see this glowing ball that's like about 5 feet wide, and floating in the middle is this halfling you've never seen before, who's floating in there with this look on his face of fear and terror as he's rolling down the stairs in his little ball, like a hamster ball, going down the steps towards you. And then you hear another roar from upstairs somewhere.
You said a halfling?
Yeah.
Okay. In halfling, I will ask him, is everything alright?
You can speak halfling too? That's awesome.
I have some tricks.
As
I'll
he-
ask him if everything's alright.
As he bounces over head over heels, coming down the steps and eventually coming to a rest pretty much almost in front of you. He's looking at you upside down. He goes, I'm fine. Upstairs, though. Save the young man.
And with that, I will dash up the stairs. The upper stairs or the lower stairs?
The ones he came down, you're guessing by his gesturing. And both those staircases go up.
So that staircase?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, he wasn't on the map for you to know which one came down. That was just in my head. You couldn't see that part.
Okay. Like, thank you, and run right past him. And that shall be my turn.
Okay, stick him in. There he is. Oh, I gotta switch maps. I'm like, I don't see anything. These little beasties move. Ooh, that's a good move. Okay, Mal and Thorin, you guys see a dragon-type creature, one of the little ones, a little snake, the fairy dragon, leap off of the rooftop that was nearest to you and fly your direction over the top. It's a good 20 feet up in the air. As he flies over the top of you, this brilliant spray of color and light goes shooting out from him in every which way. And let's see how many hit points he knocks out with this thing. So we're starting with Mal, I imagine, first, since you have the less hit points. How many hit points do you got, Mal?
37.
Oh, good job. So the brilliant light flashes around you, but it must be the helm or something that saved you, and you're able to shake it off barely. You felt it ripping away your eyes, but you're able to shake it off.
Yes.
And
Can I attack him with a sentinel?
It's unfortunately it's 20 feet above you,
Ah, y'all fucker.
and it flies back.
They haven't hurt us yet, and they're the good dragon's minions.
Nasir.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It was meta. My bad, James.
No, but that's.
Famous last words.
I think it's pretty common knowledge that generally the metallic dragons are generally considered like the better dragons, but these guys are working for the metallic dragons, but now they're attacking us. So.
Hey,
Well,
dragons gotta eat.
The color spray thing, though, that doesn't do any damage.
Why would it be what? The flying snakes are right there. If it was really basically want to do anything against the ones who are raiding the town, it would be going against them. But instead, it's coming to fuck with us for no good reason. They're not our allies now.
And then it flew back to its original position, James?
It did. They got a big old 60 move on them.
All right, Nasir. All right, Nasir will yell, inside quickly, and he will basically fire at this flying snake here. So 11 damage. Is that enough to drop it?
No, but damn near it. You hitting the first? Which one are you blasting? I'm sorry. That one.
The only one I can see.
Okay. Oh, and a snake. Yes, that completely fries that snake.
Ah, okay.
I thought you were getting one of the dragon guys, little dragons. So yeah, you boom, and the little snake just blows away into little dust like those charcoal 4th of July snakes.
All right, then he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Assume that 5. I assume the door is right here.
Actually, it's huge. You could go in from where you're at, from up there.
All right, so 4, and he'll go 5 to go inside.
So you came in. There's your 5 right there.
Yep,
So-
that is big. Oh, do I recognize Deacon Diggle?
You do. So as you come in, you see Deacon
What?
Diggle. He's floating
He-
upside down in the middle of this spear ball. Looks a lot like the one that he cast underneath the hill. And he's sort of just floating in this little hamster ball in there. He looks over at you as he rolls by. Nasir! Hi! Sanders is in trouble upstairs. There's a couple of these little dragon dog-sized things that are after him.
All right, and 6, and I'm done.
Back to the other map. I wonder if I could. What happens if I open another browser on a different map page? Have you ever tried that? Running multiple floors, or
It's theoretically possible.
let's see what happens. Okay.
Since you're in the same game, it won't jump you to whatever one you were last in.
That's an interesting idea, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. We'll see if I can get the Firefox to actually go to the page on that one. All right. So
Oh God, mixing browsers.
it's like drinking 2
Across the
potions.
browsers.
Go across the streams, man.
Roll D100. You drank 2 potions. Roll D100. Okay. See you later. I had to look that rule up and see if it still existed.
Does it?
Yeah, it's just an optional rule now for us old timers. It's still there.
See what happens.
Okay, where is this one at? Oh, he's dead. Good job. That was the one who got to go next. Was the one Nasir just turned into charcoal. Gary.
Gary screams one more time in frustration towards this fairy dragon. And then I'm not going to count out
Which
the move. 'cause I
It
know-
hisses back at you.
Flies over here, and I would like to check and see what these guys are doing. Raznar's still out, I'm guessing. Is this guy sitting quietly? The butler?
Let's get them on the initiative board.
Uh-oh.
That's not good news.
Well, at least they can get to go and do things too.
Well, Raznar's unconscious still, I hope, so hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, I was gonna go over and peck on him. Okay. There he is. Could not remember this guy's name. Oh. All right, so you get over there. He's sitting there, tending to Rosnar. He's putting a bandage around him. You hear him grumbling away. Sit still. You know I don't have to do this.
Is Rosnar still out, or is he starting to come to?
Oh, that's the wrong token. Rosnar is coming to.
Fuck. Okay. Gary's just gonna keep an eye on him, and notify Orden if they appear to be trying to escape.
I'm gonna roll. I rolled the wrong token.
I should say he's flying about 10 feet up in the air. Just kind of keeping an eye out. Maybe I'll even back up 5 feet.
I would actually keep him well out of reach of thrown weapon range.
Well, if they do, I guess we know for certain that he's not our buddy. And he'd have to carry Raznar, at least at this point.
Okay, anything else you're gonna do?
No, I ended my turn, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here multitasking as usual in this stupid game system.
Jumping back and forth.
Yeah, jump between things, add to things, but change the token, add the thing, but the initiative. Oh god. I miss tables and dice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna move this around so it's in the right order again.
Who is the new token?
That's the butler.
Oh, okay.
And because that was the owl to win, so I gotta go this down to Gary. Okay, there we go. Finally, back to normal. Can land there. That's what I'll do. He goes invisible. This one flies to there too and also disappears. Does nothing. Orin.
All right. Old Thime is coming at us too right now, too, right?
He's just peeking out the tree at this point. He hasn't attacked or anything. But yes, he's right there.
All right. Thorn's just gonna look at him,
You either try to kill us, help us, or fuck off.
and he looks to Mal, and
I got your back.
he's gonna slowly move forward, but he's not gonna leave Mal at the moment.
Mal say something?
What are you doing? What else are you gonna do, Thor? There you go.
That's it. He's gonna hold his action in case anything comes at him or Mal. He's just gonna stop there and start kind of waving Mal here, kind of waiting on him.
Mal smiles. Aww.
Sorry, I forgot to hit the button. But I am holding an action to attack anything that pops up or comes at either Mal or me.
Alright. Mal's gonna turn to the fairy dragon. Kyrie, I am very disappointed in you. We're trying to help. We're trying to be good. I don't know what you're doing. And he's gonna triple dash up to the building. Ow. Well, uses action for dash and then bonus action dash. So that should get him right about there.
Right about. Where did you go?
Right over here.
Oh, you're underneath. You're right
Yep.
there. There's tokens there that you can't see.
Oh.
That's right. Odo. I'm like, you're pointing at Odo. Okay, that's you. Okay. So let me switch your map then. Did I grab you again? I did. Okay. Copy. No, I'm not very good at taking breaks with you poor guys. Hopefully you step away when you need to.
The mute
Is-
button's for.
I just noticed, yeah, exactly. I just noticed it was 7:30. It's like, oh my. You're very big now.
Oh.
Okay.
Diggy!
The deacon waves at you from upside down
Yeah.
in his hamster ball.
Which
I'll
way?
hear him. He tries to point, but he's upside down, and his motion makes him move a little bit. But he's pointing towards the stairs. You can see Odo running up a very big stairs. Is that thing
Okay.
15 feet wide? Yeah. There's
This
two massive
place.
staircases to go up. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Laying this out is what I did when my wife was watching the Voice this week.
nice. Kim's
It's like,
watching that right now.
It's like, I think I'll make a map. I'm so glad you actually went here. This took 2 days. All right, and back to. Nope, and this one goes inside. Okay, bottom of the round. Another snake burst out of the bushes, out of the whatever you call it, out of the singing tree, and goes flying up to the north this time. Can't get at the damn trees in the way. Okay, move the tree to that player. Right, so how are you looking through the eyes of the owl, or what are you doing up there? As you have the owl up here by the prisoners, Gordon.
Yeah.
So are you looking through the owl's eyes? How is it reporting you what's going on? I mean, I know you're only 20 feet away or so, or 30 feet away.
Right. No, I said that he's keeping an eye on the prisoners, and he was going to notify Orden if they appeared to be trying to get out of their bonds or escape, leave the area.
Okay, so the owl reports back to you that the butler has gotten out of his bonds.
He got out of the manacles?
Yes.
Okay.
And what is your passive perception?
Orden's?
Yeah,
Oh, nothing special. 11.
that's good enough. Just scares if you could hear him across the 30 feet there. Okay, so you can hear out a conversation. You can hear the butler over the top of the crackling flames talking to Rosnar. Says, well, you fool, you won't need this anymore. And that's it for him. After that, he starts running this direction. He catches up to about you. Anders is inside there. Yeah, he runs over that direction to you. He has something in his hand, some sort of cube, and he runs up to you. Anders is inside. There was these creatures that took him. He ran into the building and away from where we were. The other one collapsed on us.
What were you doing with Rosnar? Away from your master.
What am I doing with Rosnar? Rosnar is in charge of this city right now. It's his troops.
I thought you worked for Anders.
I do. Do you not know anything about how nobility works?
What, that you would leave your Anders to go work for Rosnar all of a sudden?
I didn't leave him. We were both in the building. We were all together, and the building collapsed on us. Anders ran into this building to get away.
Ah, I see. What do you got in your hand? What's that
This he
thing?
smiles. Something that Rosnar would trade for dearly. I think that it might be a contract on his soul. He chuckles and tosses it in the air and catches it. In fact, he tosses it to you. You keep it.
Orden's eyes twinkle. And he
I
gets
find
an
that-
evil grin.
I find that far more amusing. If you can open it, you have power over him.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
But first, let's make sure we actually have a reason to be here. And he starts pushing you forward towards it, shall we?
1 second, he says. And James, you can take up the whole round of everything you want because I know that was an exchange, but I would like to do one action before
Yeah.
we go in.
That's
You
right.
said
Now
that-
it's your turn anyways. He goes into the building on that one.
That flying snake came out of this singing tree?
It did. Good catch.
Orden's going to cast Dispel Magic on the tree.
That's actually a really good question. I mean, we've been around town before, so I'm sure we've been at least 2 or past Solmar's place.
You would have noticed a glowing singing tree.
So this tree
Yes.
was this tree was not this way before.
No, it's a beautiful elm tree that his great grandfather planted.
Yeah, that's a good question. I should have thought of earlier.
So it's either, if it's magic, it's either dispelled or I've got to give you a check and you got to tell me what that.
I need a check. I'm looking to see. I'm digging up to see.
Yeah, I have no idea what spell that could possibly be.
I don't either. But even if it's a magical item, dispelling it should do something. It's worth a shot anyway. Sucks it's burning a 3rd level slot, but if it can keep more snakes from coming out of the field and or eliminate the ones that are here somehow, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't dispel the object; it just dispels a spell on the object.
Creature, object, or magical effect.
On a successful check, the spell ends. It doesn't say it destroys items.
No, I wasn't trying to destroy it. I was trying to make it.
So the singing stops. You hear a multitude of howling from the various little fairy dragons around. All 6 of them start roaring and howling at the same time in frustration.
I think I like that result. Heck yeah.
Oh, hopefully. Unless
Yeah.
it means they're going to go aggro on us full time.
What's
Aggro, I
Rosnar
haven't
doing?
heard that in a while. He's still out. This guy's gone though.
Okay. We're gonna keep Gary watching over him.
And he's
Same
still
deal.
chained up.
Well, now his manacle isn't chained to anything, but it's still around his wrist anyway.
It's around his wrist and 1 foot.
Oh, the guy put it around his. Beautiful. I love it. Gary will stay there, and Orden will run into the building. And I don't know how long that exchange between myself and the butler took. So if you want to
It's
take some
Butler's turn,
movement-
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to move you onto that map now. Can I move you back so I can grab you?
5, 10, 15, 20. I think it's 25 to get in. So I'd have 5 feet once I got
Thorin,
in
are
there.
you going to join anybody?
Yeah, I want to get inside too eventually. I'll make it there one day.
Someday.
All these fucking snakes.
Oh, these snakes, flying death noodles.
Yeah, they're too fast to really go chasing them through the building. So if you're just going to where they're probably, oh my god,
He's still too big.
still too big. Okay.
He's just a hand now.
Should have got 5 more feet of movement. There's really nowhere to go.
So you're there. That's where you came in.
Probably move 1 to the west. That's about it.
Yep.
You can
I
push
guess we'll
Deagle
do
up.
that.
So as you go forward, you bump into this ball that Deagle's in, and it sort of pushes him out of the way as you go floating by. The ball actually has absolutely no weight to it.
Orden cocks his head and looks at it. Like,
As
"What
Deagle
is
goes
that?"
floating away.
He's like, "Is that?" Shakes his head and brings it back. I haven't cast any other concentration spells. Nasir actually still has guidance on him whenever, if I don't cast anything else. It's concentration.
And Thorin is alone outside with 6
Yes.
fairy dragons.
Hey, I have a held action, okay, man. I will attack one thing, all right?
What was your held action doing?
Just to
Being
attack
like-
anything that ran
Yeah,
at me or
Okay.
cover my own ass. Yep.
Hey, why does that say DC 0? That doesn't help.
But you already
Must not be set up right then on the
Yeah.
sheet.
you survived.
I find that
Yes.
spells and NPCs are kind of wonky.
There it is, 13. Okay, it's 13 DC. Go for it. Thorin.
Wisdom?
It doesn't say in there, does it? Yes, we'll call it wisdom.
All right.
Unless you can see it in there.
14.
That'll do it. So the lights, this splash of light hits the floor and everything around you. The 3 unconscious people across the ground, around, well, 1 dead guy and 2 unconscious folks, all start glowing with this bright light, but you happen to dance around it and it doesn't get you. Nope, I hit. That's why it was wrong DC. I hit the wrong spell.
All right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Fairy Fire. Good call.
Oh, I was confused for a minute there, too.
All right.
As long as Rasnar's still out, Gary's just chilling.
Okay. And where's this one at? Way down there. He's not gonna... Oh, they're gonna move because they lost their toy.
You have Thorin on yet a 3rd map? Oh, he's just on a different part of this one. I was gonna say, how many maps do you have open? It's crazy.
Oh, and by the way, guys, the 2 browser thing worked out.
Good to know.
Very cool.
The 2 separate browsers.
2 separate browsers. I did not use 2 Chromes. I used 1 Chrome and 1 Firefox.
Oh,
Just
pretty
to be
interesting.
sure. And then signed in with the same account. And I'm on both maps because I'm going to move Mal.
Nice.
Okay. That might
I
be
saw that.
Yeah.
Get down tonight.
And
The turn order is blank for me now, so you just have to keep me posted when my turn pops. I guess the turn tracker will do that.
okay. Thorin,
Yes.
one of the dragons on the head of you just appears out of nowhere as it breathes this lake of fire all the way across in front of you, which fills the entire area with these rolling blue flames that look very painful.
All right.
And I
What's
guess
the damage?
actually, there's just looks to be more of a barrier.
I don't even see Thorin's token anywhere.
No, you're on a different map. He's outside.
Oh, you little fuckers.
Oh, I thought he'd run inside. My
Yeah,
bad.
he's late. He's late to the party.
Yeah, as always. Is this barn? This is a wooden barn right here, right? Right next to me.
Yeah, barn and thatch actually. Grass.
All right.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah, I see what these little bastards are trying to do. All right, I'm gonna go 10 feet this way, and can I bust through that wall?
You can try.
Oh yeah.
You can either, yeah, we'll just do it as a strength save.
All right. Strength save.
Strength or athletics roll.
14.
14's what I was thinking. Okay, you burst out of the charcoal, slightly burning building. You can go forward 1 now.
Would you want me to? Is that difficult, or would that just be 5 feet?
We'll make the 5 feet since you made your roll.
All right.
So you blow through there, pieces of the wood go flying out everywhere. The little dragon hisses at you as you pop out the side.
You thought you were clever, you little bastard.
I guess that was an action to break through the wall, so he was going to move forward 15 more feet, and that's the end of his turn.
Okay.
No, I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to breathe fire onto the little fire dragon guy.
Go for it. Little fucker. Is it a con or a dex save? Probably dex.
Yeah, it's only a 12.
Oh, he
Easily.
dances out of the way, that thing. He's a nimble little guy. He just sort of whips away out of the way. Rolls out into flames, Rick will buy him. He hisses back at you again.
Still takes a few points. Save for half, I think.
Yeah, it's half damage on successful.
Oh, good. Okay, that helps.
So you take 3 or 4.
Brandon, I'm gonna apologize. Second time that I have done this to one of you guys. I just realized Orden dispelled the tree, pissed off all the dragons, and said, "Peace out, man. Good luck with that."
Thorn's having a blast.
Sorry, man. It didn't even occur to me until just now.
Sorry, I gotta hit that button.
There's no real button left. There's just you out there, man. You and a
Oh,
bunch
yeah,
of
sure.
snakes. He's not
Too
on
many
this
damn
stuff.
snakes in this damn courtyard.
All these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Okay. Where is this guy? Okay.
Thorn's just gonna be taunting these lizards that he's slowly backing up.
Oh god, can he do this? No, luckily. Phew. These fairy dragons are very funny. They have basically 5 creatures on one character sheet, so you have to do a lot of reading.
Oh,
As
they
the
did.
older, yeah, the older they get different stage levels and new powers. So,
Yeah. And they all each have different powers depending on the color, right?
yeah, well, cumulative, but yeah.
Yeah, but because one of my other DMs threw them at me, I do now.
Okay, he's gonna try this one. So the spell save on this one is a 13 again. Nice. You hear the little dragon goes, "Please don't fight us. You should join us." And you just basically tell him go to hell. Gary.
Nada. As long as Rasnar's still out.
Okay.
I would assume if something major happened, like a force of enemies other than the dragons came out, he would probably also notify Orden.
Okay. Thorin, this little dragon here flies up right up into your face, blows this cloud of smoke in your face, and then disappears.
All right.
Fuck.
Wisdom save.
God, you are working the wisdom.
There they are.
9. That one got me.
Finally got you on one of them.
I was 30 feet away too, James.
You started heading towards the door. This cloud goes over you, and this feeling of euphoria and joy fills you. And it just the troubles and problems, everything going on, doesn't seem to be that big a deal anymore. We will. Oh, next one gets to go. This this one casts a mirror image on himself. We'll use that for now. Thorin, roll a d6. You stand there
One.
dumbly this round.
Oh shit.
So you guys inside, because the door isn't shut, can see Thorin rushing towards the building. He almost got there. He's just about 30 feet away, and this swarm of dragons are all swirled in on him. One of them breathes something in his face, and he's just sort of standing there, his sword sort of falling from his grasp as he's staring into space now. And the dragons are slowly creeping in now on him.
How close are they, ish,
5 feet.
from Thorin? There's multiples of them.
Yeah.
Still on initiative.
We are. It's Thorin and then Mal.
And how far away is he from the door?
30.
30 feet.
One movement away.
James, can I use my reaction and just grab onto Mal's shoulder and go, "I've got this. You help them."
I'm going to switch maps again so we'll just bounce back and forth this way for now.
Okay.
Oops, wrong
Well,
one map.
and if Mal lets me, I'm trying to stop him from going back outside.
Yeah, you see him heading, like turning towards the door.
That
Or
was
would
nice.
grab his shoulder and say, I've got this, lad. You help them." And he gets an evil glint in his eye as he looks
He
towards
says,
the
"It's
dragon.
Thorin. Make sure he's okay." He turns and runs up the stairs. So he will dash.
Let me get everybody in order again, too. Go ahead.
Yeah, now I'm confused because I entered the building, and then Mal entered the building after me, right?
Did we skip a turn somewhere? Probably.
Because then I would be moving before Mal would be moving.
Where is Mal at on this? This turn
Right.
was really messed
I
up.
think
when
that
half
last
the
go
people were
round with me
missing.
outside was we skipped everybody inside that last go round. I
Oh, that
believe.
would make sense. That's probably why.
Yeah.
What would you like to do as well, Nasir?
Well, I think Odo was before me in the turn order, right? Because he got skipped too. Then
I'm going to put everybody
Yeah.
back on the map so we can
or
actually.
was it?
work.
What? No, it was Orden, Odo, and then Nasir were the order of the three people inside, right?
Okay, so Thorin went very, very last, and that's when this all just happened.
Odo went in
So
first.
Malice, no, we didn't miss anybody for bad part. Mal, everything just happened in right order. Then Mal gets to go after Thorin at 8.
Just trying to figure it out because I basically went inside, and then basically then
Yes, we need to do a round inside as well.
yeah
like you
Mal
said.
went. So basically then inside people should be getting another round before.
So let's do one round for the inside then, real quick. Or move yourself a move or something.
So that'd be Orden first, right?
No, I
Or
I go after Mal. I don't think we skipped anybody. We might have skipped you guys, but or no, I
yeah,
don't think
because everyone came in, and Thorin was the very last.
Nasir goes
Oh,
right
you're right.
before
You're
Gary.
right.
Nasir got skipped, and I think Nasir and Odo. You're right, but I don't think I did.
Okay, so then we just need turns. So then Odo goes before me, right?
Okay, so Odo, what would you like to do?
Run up the stairs 25 feet, look down at Deagle, and be like, "Where is the other guy?"
Oh, I didn't
Straight to the
know
point.
Okay, let me put them on the map then, since you're up to the top now. Oh, I keep forgetting I have 2 browsers open. Darn it. Oh, I'm dragging them on and nothing's showing, and I see they're actually showing up. They're just a pixel big. Okay, one sec.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, wow.
They were just tiny, tiny, tiny little things on the map. It's like, oh, there they are. Okay, so he's over here. This one's there. Okay, so what would you like to do now, Odo? I'm sorry.
Since I can see where everyone is now, I will huck 2 javelins at the whatever that thing is.
Okay. It's like the thing that was on... Oh, you weren't there. It looks like a dragon, but it has sort of a more bestial look to it, and it's smaller. It's not bigger than a dog, but smaller than a Shetland pony. It's medium-sized dragon. Doesn't look... It looks more beast than dragon, though. And they're stalking towards Anders, one east direction, trying to flank him, it looks like. He's got a big old pike from one of those statues, and he's trying to hold him off.
Alright, that's enough information for me. 2 javelins. Does a 15 hit?
I think so. Absolutely. Oh, nope, misses. Slides, just barely slides off its hide armor. The 16 hits.
And mosquitoes.
I take it's the one closest to you?
Yeah. So that will be 14 points of damage to it. Piercing damage, if that matters.
Done. Okay.
How tall is the ceiling?
12 feet. It's a rich person's house.
Okay, I'll hover off the ground. Be out of everyone's way. And I think that shall do it.
Seer's turn.
Yes.
All right, so from here, can I pretty much, over the stairs, can I pretty much basically get an idea of what's going on?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't even know you guys could get over there. How'd you even get over there? I guess the map's not set up to stop you with the green lines.
Yeah, there's no like a dynamic lighting blockage, so I can see everything. Was that your intention?
No, but that's all right. It's not a big deal.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's see who's gonna look at the situation, and he'll point at Anders. Be still. And he'll growl out some guttural arcane words and surround Anders in a ring of writhing necromantic energy. Oh, there we go.
Man, you just blacked out the whole building.
Pretty good spell.
Yeah.
Can you see now anything at all? Do I have to move anybody around or anything to get so you can see what you could see before? Oh.
There we go.
And second browser crashed. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was too much to ask. All right, we'll just close it down. We're all on the same level now, except for Port Thorin. We'll switch back.
One day.
So what are you going to do up there, Ness? Here, I'm sorry. I got lost playing with the stupid dynamic lighting. I missed what was going on.
Basically, we are gonna drop basically a whole bunch of basically what's it called? Silent illusion, silent image.
Okay.
All around Anders, basically walling him in with my typical basically wall of basically like necromantic ick, to sort of give those things pause and also to block line of sight on Anders.
Good. Okay. Perfect.
And now I'm done.
And now we're to Mal. Orden's telling him not to go outside.
Thorin, make sure he's okay. And then he'll run to the top of the stairs. He'll dash up to the top of the stairs.
Okay, I can't grab a damn thing now. All right, well, we'll just go by theater of the mind while I reload again. So
Okay.
as it's reloading, then you get to the top of the stairs. You can see this between the two big windows over on the far side. There's like a balcony that goes along the edge there and looks down. Along this balcony are a couple of sofas. In between the sofas is this, obviously a Nasir spell. There's a big wall of screaming faces and so forth. The necrotic area. There's At that moment, there was two of these wyverns or the drakes that were moving in towards them. They both stopped, and their heads are looking around now for something else to attack as you come up to the top of the stairs.
How far away is the closest one?
Try to grab you now. Like 20, 30 feet.
All right, that's good. He'll load up some drow bolts and pop at him.
Okay, you'll have to tell me what things are. I'm having issues here.
No worries. AC 11, unless he's got advantage. On the first
Close.
one.
That's gonna miss.
And the second one, AC 15.
15 misses as well.
Ah! All right. He'll look at his crossbow. Damn it! And that is it for him. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he only had one shot. He dashed up the stairs.
Oh. And who's next up then? Well, everything's loading because I can't see a thing.
Another round with Orden, I think.
Okay.
He steps back outside using 5 feet of movement. So I'm going to walk you guys through his mental process here because it was mine. He was going to step out and fireball all the things that were on Thorin, even if it hit Thorin a little bit, which turns out it wouldn't have had to because he's got resistance, and plus maybe the damage would have brought him back. And then I thought, these things haven't been aggressive towards us. All of the spells that they have cast have been non-aggressive. They haven't done damage to a thing, so I'm hesitant to kill them. Then I was going to haste Thorin, but Thorin's out of it, so I'm going to burn another Dispel Magic, which I rarely cast for the second time, to dispel the effect on Thorin. Say, get your arse in the house, lad!
At least you didn't lie to Mel.
No, one way or another, we were going to take care of it. I just, I'm not convinced these things are aggressive, and if they are the minions of that good dragon, the last thing I want to do is go around incinerating them. And since they're dragons, who knows if the fire would even...
Yep, that's why Nasir ignored them and headed inside in the hopes they didn't come after us.
You'll get no argument out of Mel on that line of thought.
And this is actually a big day for Orden, because usually he's like burn first and ask questions later, but we're talking about potentially a good dragon. Like, even he's in awe of that.
As big and old as you didn't even know ones that old were around. It's like ancient plus.
And the good news is I get another power surge I can use at some point, which are basically useless. The bad news is that there's not dick all other than Misty Step I can really do with a bonus action. I really hate that.
Do you want to go back in the house? You're only 5 feet on the steps.
No, I'm more confident in my ability to make a save than Thorin because of his magic shit. So he's gonna come over here to these fairy dragon, put his hands up and be like, easy boys, we're all on the same side here. Leave our poor friends alone. Come talk to me. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Where are you at on initiative? It bounces down to you.
Hopefully that wasn't a 1-round ability and I didn't just burn that, but Thorin looked like he was in the throes of some kind of dragon wet dream.
Ooh.
Hellscream, get in the house, lad. They need you in there. And then walk over to the fairies and try to be placating. Make placating gestures. Do a Crocodile Dundee with the dog finger thing.
I haven't seen that in a while. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Dating myself there.
Oh my god, the Roll20 is just having a meltdown over here. Too much fun. Thank God I'm not a high-pressure person.
I think it probably realized you were using 2 browsers and just said nope.
I'm just going to punish you.
Yep.
Okay, well, Odo, you see a flying snake fly out of the... Well, you're upstairs. Yeah, you see one flying around down below somewhere. It pops out, and it's in that living area you just left. And what else do you like to do?
Did you say Odo?
I did.
My turn again?
It is again.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Lost track of the
That's all right.
there.
It's hard to tell. Especially since we're bouncing around on it, since I'm doing a bad job of 2 floors. Actually, 3.
I will kind of ignore the flying snakes since I still have no idea what they're doing. And move to get a better sight on things. And 2 javelins at the one closest to me again.
Go for it. Hit.
Nice.
20 piercing damage and 5 mosquito damage.
Is that piercing as well, or something else?
Yeah, it's piercing.
Cool.
It'd be cool if it was like necrotic and drain their blood, but no.
Itching damage.
There you go. All right, so it doesn't quite kill it, but you see it's writhing around a bit, and now it flips around and it looks at you like it realized that this stuff has come from you.
Bring it on. And I shall end my turn.
Okay. Oh my god. I'm trying to load the screen for 2 combat turns.
James, you might not have to come back to this map. It's on the fairy dragon, not the closest one to Orden, but the other. If you know what that's going to do, we can just do it. I can even roll
Sure.
the dice over here.
Well, the little dragon outside, which one of them is going to get to go now. I don't know whose turn it is.
The one that's further away from Orden, a little bit more to the east. He's 5, 10,
So one
15
of them,
feet.
as you raised your hands up saying like that, the 2 of them in unison yell the same thing. Oh, we've got to save the boy!
They both turn and yell that to Orden. We've got to save
Yes,
the boy.
exactly.
Can I respond?
Sure, absolutely.
What boy? Who needs saving?
The boy.
Tell
the
me,
boy
lassie.
The boy
Who's
whose
stuck
house
in the
this
well?
is.
We have friends inside doing just that. You're impeding us saving him. For the love of your master, leave off.
Ah! You see the 2 of them disappear.
Nice. That'll work. So, I swear to God, though, they were sending those snakes in to attack Anders, and now they're saying they're trying to save someone in there.
No.
I'm going-
Well, but
snake-
Anders
snake-
being attacked by...
The snakes and the little tiny dragons or gnawbones, I assume. The fairy dragons were with basically with the bronze, is my assumption.
Why were the snakes coming out of the tree then that was connected to the dragons?
I'm just putting everybody on one map. I'm done with this 2-map thing. Thorin, you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay.
It's okay. I'm only 30 feet away.
You're almost there.
No.
I can't even get anything to come up now. Okay, I'm gonna drag Thorin 30 feet away into the darkness on this map.
Thank God. Thorin snaps out of it. He's just gonna run off.
Get out of my head.
Orden's about probably 20, 25 feet from the door too, just so on his turn, most of his turn will be just getting inside.
Okay. And I still don't have access to anything on here, just sitting. Whose turn is it next?
Turn order.
Everything reset.
I can't even scroll it. Anybody even see who's next?
I think I was like around 19.
Yeah, the
So-
turtle order got like erased. It's completely blank now.
On this map, yeah.
It was Orden, then Odo, then Nasir were the three first ones who
Yep.
went, right?
Yeah, I know I had an 8.14.
Yep, it was Nasir, and then whatever critters, and then Thor, and then Mal.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete out the fairy dragons. This is just too confusing. Okay, well, someone pick a turn to go. I don't want to wait for this anymore. It's already after 8. Who thinks they're
Nasir.
next? You go.
Alright.
You go for
All right,
it.
Nasir. So Nasir is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get his way. This one looks hurt, right? Because Odo's been plowing into it.
Yes.
All right, then. So 15 necrotic to it.
That'll finish it. So it screams and tips over, dying.
All right, and just because Anders has not been subjected to this particular phenomenon before, you will continue to just yell encouragement, be like, "Stay still, do not move." And I'm done.
Hey, it looks like Gary's after that. Gary's outside still. Thorin.
Rasnar's still out.
Yes.
He'll look around and see if there's any other visible threats, but barring that, he's not doing anything.
Thorin's gonna move 30 feet closer to the building, and then he's gonna have to dash and get inside the building.
Okay, go for it. You can dash.
I'm screaming
Oh,
in the building.
I
Get
have
out
a
of
blank.
my head.
I have a blank screen.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, I see it now.
Take
I
it
see
for
it now.
granted. So, I have this thing where it's telling me it's loading these little fake things over and over on Roll20, and it actually just keeps looping. But luckily we're up about quitting time anyways. Alright, so you dash into the house. I don't know what you can see, but there's 2 giant staircases. The one to the right looks like what most everybody else has taken it. There's Nasir, Odo are upstairs. I don't know if anybody else is. Downstairs Mal's upstairs. Downstairs is a halfling and a glowing bubble who's sort of moving now like a hamster ball trying to get himself across the living room. At this point, as you come bursting in, you see 2 of those flying snakes fly into the room, go straight on up over the top of the banisters rather than going up the stairs, and they both attack one of the wyverns, biting at it.
Nice.
Or, yeah, I keep calling wyverns. They're drakes, winged drakes. And anything you want to do, Thorn, that gets you into the house and you want to get up the stairs? Or
No, he's moving us 30 feet farther into the house. That's about it.
okay, I think that might take you to the stairs. I can't remember.
He's just right at the very base of the stairs.
Oh
Can't
wait,
quite get him.
I have the other computer. I can see what you guys are doing. Yay! The recording machine. Okay, so yes, there's Deacon Diggle, and that's
Thorin's just gonna run in, put his hands on his knees, and go,
Oh my, thank God for Odin.
and just look at Diggin and just wave.
funny it doesn't show anybody else's. Well, I'll yell out who's next on as we go down the initiative then. That was Thorin at 9, Mal at 8.
All right. Mal's gonna 5, 10, 15, hop up on the railing. stop here and dash to get to here and take another shot at this at the Drakey.
Are you like on top of the railing or?
Yeah, he's on the railing with his sticky feet.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Oh, no. Nothing. Dang
Okay.
it! What? He looks at his crossbow again. What is going on? And oh yeah, oh, no turn.
Okay. So, after Mal, then one of the wyverns then comes rushing at you, Mal, the one that's in the front, nearest you. The other one takes to start a couple of snaps at the snakes that are biting at it. We'll do the. Oh, he hits. Kills a snake with a bite. They get two of them. He gets the tails whack. Oh, that hits. He kills off both the snakes that were attacking him. Bites one in half and smashes the other one against the wall with its tail. The one that's jumping up at you then this round tries to do the same thing. Just a giant bite as it comes leaping at you into the air as it does so.
12 misses.
12 misses. The tail takes a swing at you as it goes by.
23 hits.
He's now open the open space there. And the tail does a whole 7 points of slashing.
Ow!
Actually, slashing, I guess, is little razors pieces along the back of it that slice into you. And he goes out a few more steps.
Ah, poop.
There. And I'll put it on the other map as well for anybody who's downstairs. Okay. Back to the top again with Nasir. I guess that's right. No, that's wrong. Why is the order of this is so wacky?
Yeah, should be Orden, right?
Orden.
Yeah, hold on. They're not even numerical. Okay, before Orden then is the butler, who's not even on the map.
He's on the first floor with us.
Do you see his token? No.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's Diggle.
Oh, my bad.
That's the halfling cleric. Scarin does a double run up the steps. And Orden's next.
James, what did you put on the map here?
That is up above, you can see it. Mal is up on, there's a balcony there, and it's floating above you, about 20 feet up, and that's one of those winged drakes. It's up there fighting with Mal, who's on the next floor up above.
Oh, so it's not, I can't see it from where I am.
You can see it. That's why I put it there. You can see it.
Oh, got it.
It's just in
alive.
Because there's like cathedral ceilings in this part of the house.
Got you. But it's alive and fighting Mal right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, that makes my turn a lot easier. It's 25 feet from outside to where he is now. 5 additional feet for 30 for his full. And then we'll take a shot at that Drake. Shit, I gotta use Firebolt, which I don't have to. You know what? We'll burn a charge of the staff. He'll tap it on the ground and point it at the thing, and 3 little missiles will shoot out at him. For
Nice.
10 points.
It roars and snaps its head back over its shoulder, looking down at you. Looks like you got its attention.
Or no, grin wide and go, come pick on somebody your own size.
And that brings us to Odo.
Seeing as how that one is magically being taken care of by Mal and Gordon, I will throw javelins at the one that's furthest away from me. Because the one that's closest to me is dead, right?
Yes, I'm gonna mark them off now that finally the map's up.
Perfect.
I'm gonna pop this one way down here at the south end.
Oh,
Yeah.
James, can I use one of those power surges? I totally forgot because
Put it
they're
in another
almost
action?
worthless.
Yeah, go for it.
It's all it does. No, it just adds 3 points of damage to that dragon.
Oh, that's right. You get those from dispelling, don't you?
Yep, and I've used it twice, so I have 2.
Okay. And the javelins.
You actually start the day with 1 automatically, right?
After a short rest, you get 1
First one hits, second one misses.
or long.
Nice. This one's a little damaged already from this little snake biting at it.
15 points piercing damage.
Stabs into it, impales it quite nicely, but it's still alive.
I will move, but I can't do any other attacks. I guess I'll bonus action move a little further, so yeah, I'll just be flying over there.
I'm going to move this big line in between so you can see both floors. No, that would actually be
Surrounded
good.
by mosquitoes. It's disgusting.
I hate them. Okay, Adam.
All right.
Let's wrap this
So-
thing up.
This one here is almost dead.
It is. It's seriously wounded. Both of them, actually.
It's not enough to take it out.
No.
Not gonna be this turn. So, all right. As Scarin's going up the stairs, I'll just offhandedly say to him, he is safe. And I'm done.
Faerie's outside. Nothing's changed.
Deacon Diggles, hamster in a cage.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if we can actually... I don't think he can do anything inside that spell. It's like another tiny hut type of thing.
Looks like fun.
Yeah, I'll just pop it up there so you can read it. But he's done.
Oh yeah.
Thorin.
All right. How far up these stairs would Thornton have to run up to be kind of equal with this Drake here?
It's almost all the way because it's in the air on the second floor.
You have your longbow out still, right?
Oh yeah, he is.
Because it's 20 feet up there. Halfway up the stairs is where it's at is only 10. So it would still be another 10 feet plus across.
Okay, well Thornton's gonna run up the stairs, his full movement, and just take 2 shots at the moment.
I guess we'll call it squares instead since I can't type 2 digits in a number. He's 3 squares up. Okay, go ahead and move yourself and go for it.
$22 and a 10.
First one hits.
So just 6 damage.
A little bit more. Anything else you want to do?
That'll be it. All this movement and no bonus action. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Just about
Mal.
All right. Mal's gonna move here and take one shot at the Drake in the middle.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
For
That'll
9
hit.
points.
That'll be enough to finish it off.
Awesome. He'll spin and turn and take a shot at the one at the,
Shoot.
on top of the stairs.
You blast that one, it tumbles down to the ground, spinning like a little broken helicopter on down. Go for the other one. Oh. Ah, too bad.
Oh,
Does you have
boo.
advantage?
Nope.
That one misses, hits the banister that's in the way.
Bonk. All right, and that will be it for now.
That's not good.
Oh, I'm just trying to see if they run away. If the beast gets in the way, or if they actually can think their way through. Okay. This one attacks you, Thorin.
All right.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I should put a little X on it.
Ah.
No, that one does not. It just plummets to the ground. It was striking out towards you, and Mal shot it out of the air, and it falls at your feet.
Thanks, buddy.
And the other one then leaps in the air and dives at Mal. Character sheet has both. Now we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. What's your AC now?
15.
Oh, it looks like I'm going to get you.
All right.
That was another one of its bite as it goes by, and that is 1d8. Can't even get character sheets open now. Okay, and then the second attack, this tail as it goes by. Oh,
Ouch.
that one's kind of hit.
No.
He'll use uncanny dodge.
Call.
What's that do for you?
But takes that halves the damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a low roll anyway, so 12. So you can take 6, and it's now about there. And top of the round. Scarin runs over, looks and sees what's going on. Looks at the where the boy was and the weird spell there. Looks back at Nasir. See him tighten his eyes a little bit.
And you did hear me last round when as he was going by, I said he is safe.
Yes, he did, and I did.
Okay, cool. Because I knew that'd be his first reaction, seeing that.
He tosses a dagger across the room at the last. This dagger goes flying right over your shoulder, right by you actually. Well, no, actually it's in front of you there. It sticks the creature right in front of you there. Just barely makes too. And
Yeah, it's pretty good for disadvantage against AC 16.
who says he's at disadvantage?
Because it's
Dagger
long
distance,
range for a
probably.
dagger. Daggers are like 20-60.
Yeah. It would be disadvantage for most people.
Ah.
Ooh. Fancy pants.
Boom! Takes it out.
Damn.
Nice.
One quick dagger flies across the area, pops it in the between the head and the eyes and the head there, and just sort of sinks to the floor in front of you.
So am I correct in hearing there is an actual boy in here, not just Anders? Like,
Anders.
Gordon can't see him downstairs, but Anders is the boy?
Anders is the boy.
Got it. That's
Yeah,
what I thought at first.
He's
but you
he's like
said
a
the boy in the corner.
he's a teenager, right?
Yeah, he's a late teen.
Oh, really? I guess I
Yeah,
never
he's
got that.
he's like 17, maybe. Yeah, because I mentioned he has like his first beard's growing in, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'd
his
forgotten.
whole family died and left him the entire family fortune well before he was ready. And that brings us to the end of it. The last of these creatures falls to the ground dead.
Uh-huh.
And a silence falls over the place, except for the sound of the fire burning outside.
Would run up the stairs, make sure, obviously everything's good. He'd immediately seek out Nasir and say, what should we do about Razdar?
Find him, bring him inside with the other refugees.
I like it. And with that, Orden will try to recruit Thorin to give him a hand.
Thor will absolutely help him with that.
Search him first, though. Take everything.
Gotcha.
Yep, absolutely. And then that's all Orden would do, is make sure to search him thoroughly when we get out there and bring him back in with everyone else and anything else we can handle in the
How many people are wounded?
chat.
Thorin, did you take any damage? You're pretty...
No, I never took any damage.
Yeah, Mal's gonna take a slug of drink one of his healing potions.
How much are you down, Mal?
He's down 17.
Tells me Deacon's gonna lay his hands on you.
Big time. Yeah, Deacon's going to toss a spell on there as well. He'll give you a second level.
Odo is down 6.
Oh, well then cancel that. He'll do a different spell. Not that 9, hold that back. If 2 of you are down, we'll knock it up a step. No, then only does 3. Okay.
You did what tried.
He did.
They did 3 to each.
Oh, good. 15.
All right. I'll look over it. Say, Skedden. Are we safe?
Until the building catches fire, we are.
I'll cancel my spell, and so Anders is no longer surrounded by gloomy death.
Anders is standing there, very white-faced, clammy looking, just terrified of what's happening, looking around at the dead animals everywhere.
Mal leap down, pat him on the shoulder. You get used to it. It's okay.
We should get everyone, except maybe us, down to the basement, lower levels. I'm assuming that's where the civilians were coming here, because there's got to be some kind of basement or secure area.
Val, is the fire raging too hard for you to put out?
I could try. It'll take me a bit though. With all those guys out there,
Ah, good point. The fairy dragons, they do not follow us. Are they
They
still
did not come into the building.
Are they still attacking us?
No,
Nope.
I had a couple of words with them, and they skedaddled. Apparently they were trying to save Anders, too. Why they were attacking us, it's anybody's guess.
Damn bastards.
I never heard them. I don't think any of us ever heard them, and I don't think they're our enemy, but...
I'm very disappointed in them. Very.
Okay, as we wrap up, I have a couple things I want to share with you as we head on out. So, Mal, as you're there, you happen to notice, floating through the wall, a ghostly form on the first floor walks into the room, walks right through it, and it looks like Zickle. But she looks just like a ghost. Nobody seems to notice her as she goes wandering on by and on out the door.
Whoa!
We're heading towards the door.
The front door?
Yeah, the front door.
She'll holler out, Ziggy! Quick, close the door! Ziggy, stop! Hold up! Wait!
You see her stop. She turns around, looks at you, tries to say something. Her mouth is moving, but you can't hear anything. And she's doing some sort of gesturing type of thing you can't quite figure out. Go ahead and make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Do you have a charade skill?
No.
Performance?
Yeah, there you go.
Insight.
The insight would work. There you go.
There you go.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
Nice. So yeah, this reminds you of a game you grew up playing with your family back there in the castle when you were a child.
I
You're
know this
very good at charades. So
3
she
words.
tells you
Sounds like.
straight out that she's okay, that things have changed a bit, and there's something about a gnome who's been trapped underneath the earth, and then she's trying to. Looks like she's trying to mention about the passing of time and that there's some sort of issue.
Okay, guys, Ziggy's okay. She's kind of floating around over here, but she said there's a gnome under the earth and he's eating grass. Wait, no, trapped. He's trapped. I don't.
You see her. She holds up a little piece of paper and is waving it, and there's some like writing on it. You can't quite make it out from way up here though.
You see her,
He'll jump.
Okay.
Nasir's eyes narrow. This is your magic items telling you this. You're seeing her somewhere.
He's right here. He runs over to her as he was looking at the paper.
Smoking too much of that halfling leaf there, boy.
No, he's circling. It allows him to see into the ethereal.
He's still smoking too much of the halfling leaf, knowing him.
Used up all that rapture read while nobody was watching. So
That's right.
the note said on there that Findle has been trapped beneath the building when it collapsed, that the sewer collapsed in his area, that he's okay, that he's stuck in his little rope area, but he's worried about what happens in an hour when the spell gives out.
Findle's got an hour. He's trapped underneath. We gotta go get him.
And there's one last thing she mentions, though, is that Findle has a plan to deal with the dragons using the orb.
Orden says, "What?" when he hears Findle. We need to
Help out
go.
with the orb and the dragons. And he looks around.
Do you actually
Go ahead.
mention this in front of Scarin and Solomar?
He's just excited to see Ziggy, so yeah, he's saying it out loud.
The
Let's see
deacon then, at the same time, though, shouts over, says, no, there's more important. We can't just save one man. I've got a way to save the entire city. And he
Better speak
digs
quickly.
around,
Diggle,
and he-
that's an important man.
he pulls out of his backpack something that couldn't possibly fit in it, and it's the basket. And he waves it there, and he goes, but we need to get the blessing of the goddess on it. It can't do it yet. We need to go out and get her blessing. If we do that, we can save the entire city.
How?
We go out and do good deeds, sort of. And I just get her attention before you do them. So we just have to go out and save people. I don't know
then
how
our
many.
first good deed is to save a gnome I know. We need to save Finny.
He's got an hour.
Look over at
Orden
Scarin.
would immediately start walking towards the door and like look back at you guys. Like, are we going? Yeah.
Nasir looks at Scarin. Scarin, will you be fine with Solmar?
Mal's gonna start rolling. Diggle
Absolutely.
with us.
Alright.
Basket.
Killer on wheels.
Oh,
Alright,
the
so-
deacon, actually, he falls at the thing disappears and he drops back down to the ground.
Okay.
Before you continue on, what did these wisps find out? Because wisps should have certainly been over at the
Good point.
forest.
So way down on the other side of town, there is a pitched battle going on between Eleander, a platoon of his men, and a bunch of these frogmen of different sizes and colors and shapes, and they're all battling these guys down there, and they're not doing very well.
All right, I will immediately tell the whole party about this. If Eleander and the troops died, and all of the frogmen, like the ones that took Marek that time, will be in the town.
And they're telling you that the frogmen are taking prisoners, slaves. That there's actually a gathering of people that have commoners that they've picked up out of the woods and the swamp, people that have run out of town, and they've collected them up and they're herding them out of town.
All right, they'll look over at Diggle. Saving them, that is a good deed.
Yes, anything we do today will be a good deed.
All right, but then look over at Odin. If so, we go quickly rescue the gnome, and then go tell Eleander. Yes.
Absolutely. And he starts kind of jogging towards the door.
Does that make sense in like sort of like the path we'd have to go to get there, or
Let's go back to the bigger map as we quit and wrap up on that one.
because from here it's basically just a straight shot east by northeast to get over to the edge of the forest where there's the pitched battle.
Orton would make a case that if he needed to, that Eleander is 100%. We need to save him. But if Benny has an idea of how to deal with these dragons, if we must prioritize one, I think we have to prioritize that. And I understand that I say that knowing full well that I've got a vested interest in Findazzle as a friend as well. But that's his vote.
And that's where we'll end at. I'll let you guys figure out between now and the next 2 weeks what you want to do and how you want to deal with it. But it seems that we've got multiple people in danger and in problems here. And I'll let you go with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wonderful game.
That was amazing.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's, so where exactly is the pitched battle?
Let's put one on the map here too then. So
I had to reset here.
circle. Bright red. That's not red.
Taking quite a while for it to load for me too. I don't think it's
I
just
know.
your setup. Oh shit, we're right by the pitched battle. Damn it. And where did we leave Findazzle? Where's the sewer entrance to get down there?
The
Firehouse.
well, that's the thing. It's like because he's essentially the one by our house is on the eastern side of the sewers. We left him basically roughly. Actually, we left him relatively close to around actually the council. The council hall was the quickest way to get down there, but the council hall is destroyed. So
Right.
the quickest way for us to do it would be to go actually probably into Rosnar's, go through Rosnar's, go down through there, and then down south, and then down to the east, and roughly where the council hall used to be. Below that is where Findazzle was hiding. So
Wait,
that
is Rosnow's closer than ours? Because there was a little entryway right by our house.
Yes, there is.
both. Yeah, I guess because you just head due east from there, so we can get the one. Your house is basically near like a little well
There
or
was
cave.
one. Yeah, there was one
Like here,
behind
right?
your house in a little in a grove back there, in a rocky area, and there's also one somewhere in that inn that comes up in the end because that's where all those guys were coming down when you were battling them, and you burned up
Which-
your ladder.
Which inn? Can you ping that?
This one.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So they're
one of
about the same distance from us.
Yeah, one of those two. Findazzle has an hour. That said,
Be a time
these
limit on
guys
that.
might not have
Yeah, an hour.
20 minutes. God, and I hate that. Orton would be really, really conflicted, but he'd eventually say, "Fine, but then let's go," and start actually running in that direction, which is definitely
Okay.
not Orton.
And then Anders lets you know that there is an entrance to the sewers in his house. That the well actually has an old escape hatch that goes down, and so
Plot
they can
thickens.
go down here. His great grandfather used to be a smuggler, and so it's like their smuggler route they used to use. But they know the route, but it's ways from here back to the main part of the city. Yeah, that's about it. And
Yeah.
then he's trying to shuffle. He's going to get everybody that's outside down there, as well as a few guards and stuff to make sure that the eekiness down in the sewers doesn't mess with anybody.
Yeah, the thing is we didn't map the route around Anders's place. We
No,
we
you never went
definitely
that far.
yeah we definitely know the route from basically either our house or from the tavern nearby.
Yeah.
So
I have
It's
an
not-
idea. Sorry.
go ahead.
Orton would look at Anders and say, "Do you have anyone here that's fast, a runner, that's brave, that could get up to the dwarves who are probably in the mine right now, because it's the safest place for him. That's why he hasn't been worried about copper locks. But if we need to dig him out, the dwarves can help. I'm hoping we can do it in a magical way, but we can get them running that way to get the dwarves assistance while we take care of this issue, and we all meet back in this area afterwards and try to get him the hell out of there.
Anders looks a little confused. Fast? I don't know. Scaring goes, interrupts him. Sir, you probably could use Tom Tom. Tom Tom. He is fast and sort of brave. And Scaring goes, I would call him brave if he's too stupid to know any better. And so they yell. The butler yells for someone. Tom Tom! And you hear a voice peeking out of a room down below.
Orden will say,
I gotta call it, guys.
You got it. We're
Have a
gonna
great
go
night.
anywhere tonight. Have a good
See you,
one.
buddy.
Thanks, man.
See you, man.
Well,
He'll say, give me your hand, men. And he'll cast prestidigitation and put the symbol of Clangendon in that person's palm. And he
Okay.
says, you need to get to the dwarves. Show him this. Tell him Orden needs them. We need digging tools. It's important. Maybe more important than anything I've ever asked them before.
Garen looks a little dubious. Yeah, that was a little too much for Tom Tom.
All right, he's like, damn it, turn around. And he starts jotting out a note on Tom Tom's back, and he shoves it in his hands, and he's like, here, go, man, dwarves, mines, run.
Wait, Odin, I can send my wisp if you like.
Tom Tom's already out the door.
Good old Tom Tom.
Both is fine, and then we're guaranteed that it gets there.
Yeah,
But
Tom Tom's a sort of a dwarfish idiot servant.
oh, that's not good. All right.
I know. Now I feel bad. I'm gonna kill Tom Tom.
So my
So
Nasir will essentially make sure that he finds Iliander in the battle, and basically and make sure the wisp tells him that basically we are on the way to help him, so he knows that help is on the way, and basically just to stay alive, and then he will send the wisp out basically shadowing Tom Tom, saying if Tom Tom doesn't make it, then he'll make sure that the message does get to the dwarves.
okay, done. That helps because Eleander will fall back to a defensive position now.
Yep, exactly, and not waste lives.
That's a good
Alright.
plan, and that gives the dwarves time to gather stuff. I don't know if anyone has a move earth. I don't know how the hell else we're gonna get them out of there without some digging equipment.
So, well, we will worry about that next time, gentlemen.
Don't you have like Misty Step and Thunder Step and a whole bunch of other bullshit? You can actually get
It sounded like it caved in though, and he's up in his little rope domain, and when that puffs out, he's just gonna be amidst the rocks.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. If there's no place for him to actually get to, then yeah.
Is that right, James?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
You gotta.
You guys have a good 2 weeks, all right? Y'all stay
You
safe.
too.
You
You
too,
too.
man.
Watch out for the hurricanes.
Oh,
Almost definitely.
It was after you. All right.
They like Florida.
Yes.
I really do.
All right,
Florida
see you
trailer
guys.
parks. All right.
Hey, brother.
all right. So at least we have our power plan for next time. Get the
Absolutely.
militia, help them, and then basically go up to the sewer entrance, get down there, then figure out what we need to do for Findazzle.
Worst comes to worst. Orden's always, and we've still got some spell slots left. Although I used more than I would have cared to. Anyway, he's still got a couple third levels. If he has to thunder step, either to get him out and or to move some earth.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because there's a few more encounters before you guys ever get a chance for our long break. So watch yourself.
Nope, totally. I'm taking that into account. I've got scrolls and staff, and
Cool.
so far I can say honestly, I felt like every spell slot I've used, I had to use in that moment, and I'm not unhappy about what I did. I'm just
While you're getting Findazzle out, Nasir is probably going to want a short rest then, because after the battle for Iliander, he's definitely going to be out of juice.
Okay.
Orton will hang tough. I'll definitely hold on to as many spell slots as I can, especially to get Findazzle out, because if he knows a way to deal with these dragons, and it's Findazzle, who's a hell of a resource anyway, we've got to get him out of there somehow.
I'd say if we can accomplish both Findazzle's and Diggle's objectives at the same time, then more power to us. Twice the opportunity to get things done.
Totally.
Although I'm curious what they think they can do against two ancient dragons.
Me too. And Ord would say me too, but Finny has never been wrong up to this point.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do? Just throw the dragon orb at them, like a beach ball?
Hey, boy.
It'll be interesting because
Like,
if
maybe
you
he
found
knows what- Sorry.
if you found a way to use the dragon orb that doesn't involve loading into a cannon and shooting it, a way that's a little more practical, that'd be awesome.
Well, the cool part is, and I did this on purpose, I picked up Fabricate, which is typically a pretty worthless spell. Well, not worthless, but it's a niche
Niche.
spell. And for one of my 4th level spells, it was tough to do, but it pretty much solves that issue in that it allows us to make these cannons, these whatever, orb throwers,
Is
pretty much immediately.
as long as you have, don't you? It doesn't require like you'd have like the skills involved to make like complicated machinery, right?
Well, I think it doesn't say that, but Orden probably does have a lot of those skills just because he's a smith.
Yeah, I'll look into it before we get together again. That's interesting.
Yeah. That could be an interesting shortcut. What if I'm
Not
assuming that?
that we would mass produce them that way, but we could at least get a couple prototypes done.
Yeah, I assume because the dragon orbs are like a magical thing that you can't produce them the same way.
Oh, not the dragon orbs. I'm thinking more the equipment to launch them with. I don't know if dragon orbs are magic, and I think this only creates, like a non-magical.
Yeah, but you could probably work on, at least if nothing else, maybe the pieces that hold the cannon up, all the woodworking and everything else.
That's what I mean, exactly. Yeah. Well, in the cannon itself, it should be
You might be able
crafted
to
too.
forge that too. Yeah.
It says if you're working with metal, stone, or another mineral substance, the fabricated object can be no larger than medium, which I assume they probably are.
I mean, if nothing else, you'd be like a machine shop and just machine the parts and then assemble them.
There you
There
go.
you go.
You can do the machine part, because there's gonna be a lot of wood in that thing too, unfortunately, because it was this strange cannon that rotates around and all.
Well, you can do wood too. Convert raw materials. Like you could convert a clump of trees into a wooden bridge.
Nice.
A rope from a patch of hemp, et cetera, et cetera. And it has
Okay, well
just
then
has
yeah, it would just take time.
5-foot cube or smaller is the limitations.
Very cool.
And the quality of the spell, or the items made with the spell, is commensurate with the quality of the raw materials. So as long as we have good quality raw materials, then it should be quality equipment.
Cool. Now you just gotta make sure you survive.
And you can't create magic items with it.
Yeah, leave that to artificers. Alright, well I'm gonna stop our recording at that point.